It is once again time to prepare your mind for another edition of Weekly Weird.
Okay, welcome back. Oh God! Oh God! All the sausages out there, right in front of everybody. Oh
Why
God!
would you do
Spoiler alerts. Welcome back, guys, to another week of the Weekly Weird. My name is Dio, otherwise known as Dio TV. I am sitting here with next to me the oldest, manest, and strongest, Patrick. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I was not at all rushed for this. I
No.
didn't procrastinate a thing, and I feel fine.
That's right. That's right. And decidedly not Jim. Our dear usual trio. Jim could not make it this week, so our man Dave, aka Papados, has so graciously sat in the chair, in the gym chair. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Welcome.
I got, some big shoes to fill here.
They're not as big as you would think, but we're glad. Welcome to our abandoned house where we do the show. I hope you enjoy. Please ignore the broken glass. Anyway, whoa, Jesus Christ, that got me.
Fuck, dude, come on.
All
You gotta
right,
be kidding me.
guys. Well, as you can tell from the background, we are going to have a special a special show tonight where we're going to be doing a tier list for serial killers, but not a tier list about this is not like some fucking Batman v Superman pit them up against each other. We're talking about where these assholes belong in hell. Okay? So, that this is how we're rating them tonight. So keep that in mind when we get to the rating section. Oh no, from the phone to the video call. No, we already are here. We got the phone lines open all night, guys. All night. Okay? So
Please call in. We
Yeah.
want to hear your opinions on these serial killers.
yes, help us rate these guys out. I know some. We all collectively know some. But we're going to be getting the stories. Big up top. This is what we would call a bloody, disgusting episode. We're going to be talking about horrible people who did horrible crimes. Okay?
Mhm.
So, listen. I don't know why your kids would be up this late. Put them to bed. If you're across the world and it's early in the morning, put them back in bed. If it's like midday, put them to bed. Just get them out of here, okay? Just get them the hell out of
Get
this
'em the
episode.
fuck outta here, yeah.
This is an 18-plus stream tonight. We're talking about some of the worst fucks who ever walked the planet. But first, guys, did you guys how was your week in weird? Anything weird happened this week?
I mean, no, I've watched a lot of cool horror movies. That's about
true.
it. I watched Wild Robot, which was awesome. But other than that, man, I'm just absorbing spooky season. I love this time of the year.
It is the most wonderful time of the year. Clearly,
It is, and I'm a big Christmas fan, but man, I'm loving this.
Yeah. Spooky season's my season, so being able to watch horror movies every day has been pretty awesome. So
Yeah, it has been great, guys. If you don't know what we're talking about, we are watching horror movies in the Dio Scored. Link down below. Come join us. We talk through them. Most of them we like. Many of them we don't. We had
That's true.
This week was a roller coaster ride. Let me tell you, it's been a roller coaster ride of quality, but we have fun here.
It's true. We were in the valley for 2 days in a row. It feels like.
Mm. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. What a wonderful sentiment
yeah.
from Cassie. I love that. Yes, I agree. But before we get to the horrible, bloody, disgusting stuff, guys, it's been a weird week. Okay? It's been a weird
All right.
week. We're going to talk
I'm here
about
for it.
it. We're not
Wow.
showing all of the sausage. We're just going to show some of the sausage as it's being made. Guys, our first... Actually, here, hold on. I got to do a little housekeeping. Just a little...
Oh,
Yep. Everyone's blinded. Everyone's blinded except for me. And
Yeah.
here we go. Our first story for this week. Twin, get out of here. Come on. Come on. All right. FBI questions UAP hunting twins about recent discovery. Guys, the FBI have apparently taken a special interest in the John and Jerry Tedesco, and not because they're a couple of hot-to-trot twins who love Mentos. No, John and Jerry, a couple of retired electrical engineers, have caught Tic Tac and Orb UAPs on video in New Jersey and have even gone to submit their findings to peer-reviewed studies. All this mainstream attention has drawn the attention of the FBI, who, unlike the CIA, are still taking the UAP phenomenon seriously. You can see it through this video. We're just going to skip ahead here a little bit so we get to the good stuff. Yeah, some of their videos. We don't need to listen to the guy talk. But yep, they're like, no
Sure.
pets. And no pets. And
All
there you go.
year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, and this is the Tic Tac video. I know it's a video within a video, guys, because News Nation decided to fucking buy this up because of how important this video evidence is. But you see that little light thing, that little speck of a light,
Yeah.
UFO.
I do now. There it is.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I am unable to identify it.
That's right. That's right.
I see it. Okay. I see the Tic Tac-ish quality to it.
Mm-hmm,
I do.
Now, Dave, this will be your first test. Any fishing line? You actually the first test is, do you see it?
Yes, I actually
Okay.
do see.
Okay. Good.
Right.
Good. All right.
These are working.
He
I just
doesn't
wanna
have
know-
Jim Vision.
How fast is that thing freaking going?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
moving. I mean, the fact that it's
It looks
moving.
like 0 miles per hour.
Yeah, it sounds like it's hovering there. I don't know. It's weird because this usually things that are shaped like this are, I'm being told, are ghosts. So maybe UFOs are ghosts in this situation. I don't know. But that is the Tedescos. Hopefully they survive their encounter with the FBI. In doing the research, there are, it seems like the FBI has taken a national security interest, whereas the CIA is dismissing all this left and right. So there you go.
CIA's denying. That doesn't make sense.
I know the CIA pretend like something doesn't exist. How odd, he said.
Yeah,
But-
a lot of good hats going on tonight.
That's
Anthony.
right. That's right. It's all hats today. I know. I feel a little left out with the hatware department, guys. So that is a little bit sad for me, but I'll get over it. The Masonic Temple opens its doors to ghost hunters. Featured here, a picture of a ghost hunter. The Bay City Masonic Temple in
Cool.
Bay City, Michigan, will for the first time ever allow ghost hunters to investigate reportings of hauntings. Do you know when this is happening, Patrick?
No.
Right the fuck now! It's happening
Holy
right
shit!
now.
I wasn't ready.
They're right
Oh my
now.
God.
Get your fucking EMF readers, guys. Get out there.
I didn't- Get on Amazon, Dave. Jesus
Get
Christ.
on Amazon. Damn it, David.
I got excited.
We will now. Nicole Beauchamp. I don't know. Fucking know how to. I'm probably
Yeah.
nailing. I'm probably nailing.
That's vaguely French. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably nailing it. One of the Tri-City ghost hunters is currently leading the investigations. Who knows what ancient Masonic secrets and from ghosts they're uncovering right now. But yeah, that is happening. It's continuing to happen, and presumably they're having a great time. I don't know what else to say about that. Back to the tier list.
Fair.
This is a personal interest story of mine. I think you guys are going to enjoy. Dozens of raccoons take over a woman's home. That's right. We're just. Those fucks. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh God, why?
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I have told my mother she used to buy peanuts and feed the squirrels in her backyard, and I would say, don't do that. That's how you get a shit ton of squirrels in your backyard, and that's exactly what this is. That woman thought, oh my God, 3 raccoons, how cute! I'll feed them, I'll nourish this family, and now she has a society of raccoons.
Yep. Guys, I'm sorry you didn't hear the video. I'm dumb. I will summarize it for you. A woman found herself under siege by 100 raccoons. The woman told Kitsap County Sheriff's Office deputies that she'd been giving food to raccoons near her home for about 35 years. And about 6 weeks ago, dozens of animals suddenly showed up on her property. The raccoons wouldn't leave. They demanded food both day and night. And finally, she had to resort to calling the police, who said, "This ain't my problem," and referred to the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Yes, indeed. I believe, but you know, what can you do? You feed fucking raccoons for 35 years. You know what you got yourself? A lot of raccoon meat.
A raccoon society. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of raccoon meat for raccoon chili. That's I don't see the problem here. I don't see the problem.
There you go.
Yeah.
I see a solution you just created. That's what I see.
I see, seriously. I mean, and also, $500 per raccoon. Who's paying those prices? I mean, good golly. She can start her whole fur business. She can get herself a coat. I'm sorry, you should not, one, eat or wear raccoons in any form or fashion. They're nature's bandits. But
they do it to you.
It's true. They would eat us. You know, I'm surprised.
If the tables were turned. Yeah.
Well, would they? Because I mean, I guess they are putting this woman under siege.
They'd murder you for sure.
I
don't know if they'd skin you alive and wear you as a coat, but they would make sure you were not alive anymore.
Yeah. But they're tiny little hands. They've got the tiny little hands that just come
very weird,
right for you. Anyway,
you guys want to know another example of why you shouldn't feed like wild animals like that?
Oh,
sure.
So down by me, the Budweiser Brewery, they take like the old hops and stuff like that, and they throw it out to where the squirrels can get to it, and then the squirrels get drunk. And so then there's a bunch of drunk squirrels.
This I want to see. This I want to see. Also, Papa TV, all of your criticisms are noted. Only some are appreciated. And moving on, when Rob and Rusty Petley bought the 800-year-old pub Duke of Wellington in Southampton, they knew they were buying history, but unexpectedly thrown into the deal was a trio, not a duo, not a single a trio of ghosts. Bill, as one of the ghosts has come to be known, seems content to sit in the corner and play with lights. And another, a young girl, haunts the stairway. But it's the third ghost, as exemplified in this title, who seems to be a fan of modern music. He loves some Harry Styles. If he doesn't get his Harry Styles, he's banging bells in the basement and making a ruckus. But once you put on that Harry, he's having a grand old time. Yes.
I can't name one Harry Styles song.
I am told by this article that there's a greatest hits album, which presumably means that he has more than 14 or so tracks, I would assume. I have no idea. If people call in and tell me what a Harry Styles is, please.
Dave, do you know any Harry Styles songs?
Like I'm trying to think of it, and like it's in there, but
hum a few bars.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
Was he part of a group or something?
One Direction, I think.
For real?
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not.
I don't know any songs by them. Yeah.
I have no Harry Styles lore.
This is Three Old Men podcast, honestly.
Right. And this article is a ghost article because it was done by the ghost of Jim, who's not here tonight. So I'm assuming Jim is a big Harry Styles fan. Okay. In fact, let's make that canon. Jim loves Harry Styles. Next week when Jim's back, be sure to talk to him about that. Call in and tell him all about.
Ask him
Harry
about
Styles.
his favorite songs.
That's right. That's right. Now for a story a little more my speed, but also musical. Come on, you.
Do it.
Sancta graphic
what's
opera
going on here?
leaves 18 people needing medical attention and getting a few more people's attention too, if you know what I mean.
Got mine.
18 people needed medical attention during an opera that features nuns, sex scenes, mutilations, and real blood. What more could you need out of the opera? They say opera is a dead art, but not if more of them were like this, I'd be there every week. 3 even needed an ambulance. People from the crowd. Florentina Huizinga's Sancta also includes naked roller skating nuns and depiction of a wall of crucified naked bodies. Despite this, opera goers seem to enjoy the performance and applaud after all of the misery and treachery and craziness that was happening. One scene was, I'm checking my notes, I'm reading my notes, described as having a small piece of flesh cut from the back of one of the performers, and another where 2 other performers were pierced together to attach ropes and lift them up. The opera Sancta continues to be performed. Well, I'll give you 3 guesses what country this opera is being performed in.
Well, I see the notes, but I would have guessed it anyway. Germany.
Yeah. It
This is Germany.
It could only be Germany.
Yeah, like
there's no other place. People were suffering from nausea. People were vomiting, but they liked it. So, that's Sancta. If you find yourself in Stuttgart, Germany, please go check out. I mean, I can't show that too much. I can't. Germany. Please do check it out. All right.
This kind of reminds me of the story that just like recent, I like usually pops up like every year, well, like once a year, about this one artist lady who she put out a table of like all these items, and she told people that like for 6 hours or something like that they could do whatever they wanted, and she wouldn't do anything, she wouldn't move, they wouldn't get in trouble for it and shit. What? And the stuff that these people did to this lady is just fucking ridiculous.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, it was like a performance art shit. Yeah. No, people are fucking terrible. People will do fucking horrible shit. We're going to talk about like 36 of the worst people on the planet. But there's a spectrum. Right. There's a spectrum of depravity people are capable of. Yeah. Absolutely. Oof. That last story was in far-flung Germany, This one takes us back to the Midwest.
Each
Sheboygan.
time you say that location, it becomes more gibberish.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sheboygan, more like Sheboogan, staffing a nearly
Got 'em.
century-old theater in Sheboygan say they have a ghost. After a series of strange noises, lights flickering, and haunting music, staff at the Stephanie H. Wheels Center for the Performing Arts in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, have claimed that the theater has become a host to spirits from the afterlife. The building, originally dubbed simply the Sheboygan Theater, was built in 1928 and despite a renovation in 2001, is still home to spirits from the Roaring Twenties. Executive Director Katie Glodsky even managed to snap a picture of a ghost haunting the projection booth. That picture is right here. Look at that. Ghost in the
I'm
projection
looking.
booth. Dave, can you see it? This is another test.
I know. See now, Dave. Now you see why you see me leaning in
On
on these things for half of these fucking things. You have to lean in to see any of this stuff. It looks like a projectionist. It just looks like someone was up there.
Yeah, dude, like I've been in a projection booth. I was projectionist. That's
Nobody
That's
was
weird.
up there, and nobody was up there. Certainly not this guy right here. That guy definitely not this.
Not that.
Not this
Yeah, that's
No.
not
old
him.
man shape at all. Definitely not this guy. Definitely a ghost. Okay.
For sure.
Guys, if you want to see a ghost and perhaps some theater, go to Sheboygan and check it out. Anyway,
I won't. But yeah.
that one's for the
Fucking-
Midwesterners there.
I hate that Gacy keeps showing up, dude. I really fucking hate it, dude. That's the worst thing that's crept into the window.
More from News Nation. Whistleblower reveals Pentagon UFO retrieval program, Immaculate Constellation. Okay. Independent journalist Michael Schellenberger reports that a whistleblower has reached out to him, revealing a secret program the Pentagon has been using to collect UAP debris and technology. The name of this program, Immaculate Constellation. Why that name? Who knows? Schellenberger has been mum on any identifiers about who this whistleblower is or even what their position in the government is, so you know they're totally real and don't at all live in Canada like your girlfriend. According to the whistleblower, Immaculate Constellation started in 2017 by the DoD. What non-human materials do they have? Schellenberger also did not say. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I will say this is something that I forget his name, but I'm reading the Imminent book, and he talks about exactly that, the Pentagon having a
Oh.
UAP cleanup program. But he didn't say it by name, so can't
Now we have a
confirm that,
name.
but
Immaculate
have its name.
Constellation, which,
yeah.
like, I am of two minds about that name because it is so silly it sounds made up. But, you know, whenever the CIA does like an operation, they usually call it something completely innocuous or like nonsensical, like Operation Paperclip, or like, you know, even MK Ultra is like the one like outlier in that. And when you read about it, the people at the CIA were like, you can't call it that because it sounds too much like an important thing. So, but like most of their like Project Blue Book, like doesn't mean anything compared to what they're actually doing. So, but
See, to
Immaculate.
me, it sounds too much like Immaculate Conception.
I know.
You know?
That was the church I went to. Yeah.
Yeah, Church of the Immaculate Constellation. It's such a perfect constellation there, bud.
Dude.
Oh my god.
The Church of the Immaculate Constellation does sound like a house in which a cult lives in.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Right. What is the CIA if not a cult of the government?
My God. Open your minds, people.
Open your minds. All right, I got a quick one for you guys. There a photo of a jellyfish UFO has been making the round on Twitter, formerly X. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. X, formerly Twitter. Fucking Elon's bullshit. Anyway, it's been going around. It's been hitting the cyberspace. So we're just gonna do a little bit of Dio says, check this out. Check that out.
That looks like the thing that Han Solo shot down in Empire Strikes Back in like the opening scene. Yeah, that exact fucking thing. That's exact.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's high def.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's high def. All the fucking striations in every bit of the photos.
I mean that's high def for a UAP photo for sure.
That's true. It is not nearly as blurry as they normally are.
Seems a little too shiny to be a jellyfish.
I mean, they call them jellyfish because of the shape. But
sure,
agree,
yeah.
Agree, it is very shiny. It's almost, too crazy to be believed. Also, the amorphous shapes don't seem, at the bottom of them, doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason.
Yeah, what's this thing for?
I don't know. But I mean, there have been, the jellyfish UFAP has been pretty hot. It's been, dare I say, a fad of UAPs right now. So
yeah, we've had a few videos of the jellyfish UAP.
Yeah,
show up here. So
they are the whatever this is, be it AI or blended or actual factual. They seem to be coming in mass. People seem to be seeing them all over the place. So there you go. That was Dio says, "Hey, look at this thing." Segment back,
and we did.
And you did. More alien news now. Huge alien announcement. Definitely for sure happening sometime soon, surely. Professor Simon Holland, who has produced documentaries for NASA, funded projects including a project pinpointing Earth-threatening asteroids, says that two rival groups of astronomers are in a race to publish the first confirmed evidence of an extraterrestrial civilization. Holland told the Mirror that the evidence in part comes from a Mark Zuckerberg program called Breakthrough Listen, which is currently in competition with the Chinese-backed FAST telescope to pinpoint the location of signals that point to an alien civilization. 5 potential techno-signature candidates were identified from re-examination of SETI's SETI at Home screensaver program, which utilized the combined resources of the world's PCs to sift through a massive data. They sifted through that data. They found 5 potential places where we could be getting signals and signs of alien technology. And according to Simon, Professor Holland, one of those teams is going to come out with that very shortly. So, who knows? This is all, of course, from the most trusted name in British news, The Mirror.
I don't know how often do we hear that, hey, in a couple months or a couple weeks we're gonna get a huge alien announcement. Never happens. Years pass.
And it is definitely been that way for like 5 years. Like for at least the last 5 years, it's just been constant edging on disclosure. Disclosure has been edging harder than a 16-year-old. Like, Jesus Christ. By the time you get this, we'll be like 10 million years dead. Baba Booey. Exactly. I mean, which alien sitcom do you think it is getting reception from?
I hope Third Rock. Well, I mean, what other alien sitcoms? Oh, you know what? Mork and Mindy. I want that. I want Mork from Ork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nanu Nanu.
No, that's right. We're getting, man, what if we were just getting our sitcoms back at us and we find out it's a parallel Earth?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be boring. I'd hate it.
You think it would be boring? Come on. I was going to tell
I mean, a parallel Earth by itself is clearly not boring, right? Like, it's like,
Mhm,
oh shit,
mhm.
there it is. It's us mirrored, but like that being the answer for aliens is boring. I want lizard people. I want grays. You know?
I
don't want xenomorphs.
No, we can skip xenomorphs. Can you imagine the xenomorph sitcoms though?
Yes.
Everybody loves.
That would be just a joy.
Right?
I
There
want
you go.
someone to make the pilot, honestly.
Dave, this is now you're sitting in Jim's spot, and Jim is the one we tell to start writing the shows. Okay, so you got to get on it. You're writing. Everybody loves.
Yeah.
Dude, it's already, going up in the head right now. Coming up with the screenplay and everything.
Good.
Also, make sure that you have a marker and a piece of paper in front of you because he doodles.
He does. Yeah, we
need some doodles.
We're gonna need some doodles from you. Yes.
All right.
Get on top of it. Get on top of it.
I'll be looking on that.
Well, guys, I don't know what else could be a bigger announcement than that. So without that's it. That was This Week in Weird. We did it.
Cool. We did that.
We did it.
I'm proud of you, Dio.
Thank you.
You fucking manhandled that all by yourself.
I tried my darndest. But now, on to our feature presentation.
I
What?
heard the plop of a marker.
Nice.
Great.
All right, guys. Well, now we are doing our feature presentation tonight is the serial killer tier list. Where in hell do these a-holes belong? All right.
That's
Where
right.
this week on Young, exactly. So, like I said at the top of the show, this is going to be a uber duber in the muck gross episode, unlike the last two. But
Yeah.
the Menendez brothers
You
are
thought
not
the
on this
last
one.
two were bad.
That's right. This is gonna get worse. We're doing a survey of serial killers, ranking them in order of which layers of hell they belong in. We've got starting at the top, straight up Satan's beehole. That's our S tier. Our A tier level of hell, agony forever. Our B tier, beatings, non-stop beatings. C,
Absolutely.
crush their souls with massive boulders. D, demon's prison bitch. An F, footrest for a magma man. So none of these are pleasant. All of these guys deserve truly the worst possible punishments the afterlife could provide.
Without a doubt.
So, Patrick, Dave, do you guys want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. I'll do the first one.
Sweet.
So our first guy is Donald Harvey, a.k.a. the Angel of Death. So,
This gentleman right here.
this gentleman right here,
Mm-hmm.
he claimed to have killed 87 victims in Kentucky, though only 37 are actually confirmed. His victims were mostly cardiac patients at a hospital he worked at as an orderly. He used arsenic, cyanide, insulin, and even suffocated some of his victims with a
Ugh.
pillow. Yeah.
Ooh.
He also employed morphine and other miscellaneous poisons. And here's the worst part, inserted a coat hanger into a catheter tube,
Oh, no. No.
causing severe tearing that led to death.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah, save the best for last.
No.
What a prick. What a prickopotamus, dude.
God
That is
damn it.
not a good thing that man did.
God
No.
damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We had to start. This is where we started. This is what
We did this.
We couldn't
Listen,
ease
we did
in.
this in alphabetical order by gross serial killer moniker.
Uh-huh.
And the Angel of Death is A. There he is. Look at his
This
big
dumb
fucking
idiot.
head. That's the wire hanger user himself. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, no good. Well,
Yeah, this guy sucks.
oh God. I mean, is it too early to say straight up Satan's butthole? I don't know. I feel like it's
they're like he did it to a bunch of elderly patients. So like, and I'm not justifying any. Trust me, we're gonna have to look at this way,
Right,
You know, like
right.
to compare it to each other. I'm
Right.
not justifying what he did. He didn't. These weren't that violent. Yeah, he smothered people with pillows, but mostly he was like poisoning and over medicating them, and a lot of these people drifted off. But the fucking wire coat
Yeah,
hanger in
that
the goddamn
one's-
catheter.
that's like
That's not good.
Totally
that's
uncalled
especially-
for.
Yeah, that's especially awful. Yeah, like so
Yeah.
when we're doing this, we're taking the position of the demonic trio of Satan's little helpers. And we're just trying to file people away. We're doing the devil's bureaucracy here. We're just trying to get people to the right tortures where they belong, right? And so we see this guy,
Mhm.
and he's killing people in their sleep, which, objectively, compared to other serial killers, a little more peaceful, a little less,
Right.
a little less intense, a little less horrifying. The suffering being caused definitely for the families involved, but
Sure.
for the victims themselves, I mean, aside from the catheter, that's awful. That's so bad.
The catheter is pretty awful.
Ah, God. I don't know.
And chat, please, if you have an opinion, let us know. How do you think?
How
they,
should
they
this man
rank
be
in
punished?
Being tortured? Yeah.
How should this man be punished?
Me personally, I
Mhm.
think that his soul needs to be crushed by a large boulder.
Mm,
Because not only did he do the catheter thing, but everything else is just, I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, does the punishment fit the crime? Crushing with a boulder. I was
His
gonna
soul.
his soul, crushing their
Yes.
soul with a massive boulder. Yes. I can buy that. I mean, beatings, nonstop beatings. That was my initial first thought. So
Okay.
just like let the victims beat him to death forever.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, especially the guy. Let that one guy beat him with the coat hanger.
Exactly.
I'm upgrading
Yeah.
to beatings, nonstop beatings.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
What
What about you, Dave? What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree with the beatings. Because, I think if they give whoever's beating him a nice hanger with, blades or something attached to it, it'd be nice.
Sure.
Yeah,
give
let him
him
just
an
go
upgrade.
mommy dearest on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a lightsaber.
Oh,
Just fucking exactly. All right, beatings, nonstop beatings. Kicking us off, the Angel of Death. Who do we have
Yeah.
next, Mr. Patrick?
Well, Dave, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. We have
Oh,
Ronald. Yeah, whoa, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Ronald Dominique.
This photogenic motherfucker.
Look at this guy. Look at this fucking thumb of a man. Holy shit.
They call him the Bayou Strangler.
Bro doesn't just have a 5 head, he has a 7 head. What the fuck?
Dude, it's like
Uh-oh.
his hair is trying to get away from him, okay?
Yeah.
Bayou Strangler.
So this guy, he murdered at least 23 men in Louisiana. His victims were mostly teenagers, but he, killed men all the way up into the ages of 46. So, he just didn't care. He lured them into his trailer with offers of alcohol, drugs, and potential sex with his supposed girlfriend.
Oh,
he would
okay,
overpower-
okay. That makes
Yeah.
way more sense. I'm like, this guy fucking luring in
Yeah.
dudes. Like,
Yeah, he
Ah.
had to have some fucking candy,
wait,
and it
his
was
fucking girlfriend. Oh, never mind. Anyway, hold on. I'll let you finish.
No one's saying the girlfriend was real.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
He was just saying there at the end of the road was a girlfriend, and there wasn't.
Dude, he doesn't like, Macaulay Culkin with like the people in the window. Oh, look, he's so sexy.
In Home Alone, where he's got Michael Jordan going across on the train. It's like, there she is, guys. God
So
damn it,
fucked
dude.
up.
No way.
You
Anyway.
filthy animals.
He would
Jesus.
overpower them, bind them, and then essay them.
Yeah.
After he would be done with that, he would strangle the men to death, load them into his pickup truck, and then dump them into remote rural areas.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
This guy must have been doing like some sneak attacks though, because I do not see him being like a
He,
brute or anything.
I don't know, he looks
Yeah.
like a fucking lump of. He literally has the body shape of a sack of shit. Like, I don't know. what
He is a literal sack of shit with a wig on right now.
Exactly. Like, oh my god.
This is one of the most comical hairlines I've ever seen on a man. Too.
He looks
That
like
is crazy.
Butterbean with a little bit of
Oh
hair,
my God.
who was drunk,
Uh,
like off
Yep.
his ass.
Yes. Yes. I mean, listen, for the hair alone, I'm saying I'm starting out at least beatings, nonstop beatings. But oh god, those hearing what he did, I mean, at least
Yeah.
maybe I'm going up to agony forever there. I don't know.
Yeah.
man. I don't
For
know.
that and the hairline, I feel like agony. I know, dude. John Wayne, dude.
Let's wait till we
Can't
get to
take
that
it.
fucker. He's like halfway through. Once we get there, he's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
He's gonna be here all night.
Yeah. I tend to agree. He's either agony forever or beatings nonstop beatings, because again, like, it's not. First of all, his victims were teenagers. What a piece of shit. Like
Right.
a majority of them were
Yeah.
teenagers. Like doing that to children is awful, and it makes him a fucking pedophile. What a piece of shit. I don't know if we can say that word. I'm sorry.
it's all right. It's all right.
But-
It's done.
But yeah, but luring them with the promise of sex with with his fake girlfriend, Michael Jordan fucking cutout. What an absolute asshole. And again, I can't say it enough. Worst hairline ever. So
Absolutely
I say
atrocious hairline. Yeah.
low A, maybe high B.
Mhm.
He
I'm-
needs agony.
mhm, mhm.
I say I say beatings, just because like the color of his shirt kind of matches with that. That's like,
All right.
That's the only,
Okay.
that's
One
the
new
only thing I can
criteria.
go with that one.
A new criteria has entered the
Yeah.
chat. Okay. We're color coding these guys. That's actually what
Yeah.
we're doing for this thing.
That
No,
is true. Oh my god.
I think that he needs the beatings, because there's anything like the fact that he would lure teenagers in, like horny ass teenagers in with like sex and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's some piece of shit stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm overruling you, Dave. I'm going agony forever. I'm with Patrick on this one. I think
Yeah.
we go agony forever. I mean, listen, beatings, nonstop beatings, for sure. I mean, let's just say this right now. As you ascend higher, you're getting everything down below. You know,
Oh,
all
you
the
get everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
without a
get
doubt.
it. You get the full smorgasbord. Okay. But
Mhm.
so I mean, I just think he just needs a little bit of extra, because that hairline is
Yeah.
truly abysmal.
It is. It is.
In addition to his
it
crime.
itself is agony,
That-
so
and
he
it-
deserves
yeah.
agony.
And that's worth at least like 3 crimes. So
Yeah.
Now he looks like a huge dude behind the other guy, like just like above him, like
I know he's probably yeah, exactly. That's probably
'cause
exactly
it
what he was
starts
doing.
blending in with the background.
Hey, you wanna come? You wanna come fuck my girlfriend?
Oh my god.
Fucking weirdo.
That yeah, it makes the Angel of Death look like his Quado in the tier list. That is crazy. That is so insane looking.
Your mind.
No, no, thanks. Not this time. Not this time, Quado.
Oh
You
my
fucking
god. Weirdo. Terrible. All right. Well, the next one. Now that guy's in agony forever.
Ooh.
Here comes our first female serial killer, and boy, does she look the part, huh? That is a
Mhm.
smile.
That is a. She's smiling. Oh, oh, yeah.
That's how they smiled back then. dude.
That's right. This is from a time before Joy.
This is when they feared cameras. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Ooh.
she frowns so hard she could probably crack a walnut with the freaking wrinkles,
Yeah.
dude.
That is
Hell yeah.
a
And catch it with her 3 chins. Yeah.
right. That is a severe woman. Let's just say.
An astute, very much so. Well, aptly named Belle Gunnis. This lady murdered at least 14 people
Whoa.
in both Illinois and Indiana.
In Illinois?
I know.
Wow. Wow.
And Indiana.
Bye, Gacy.
And though she's thought to have killed as many as 40, and her
Wow.
victims being mostly men,
Mm.
though the body of her stepdaughter, husband, adopted daughter, and several foster children were also found in amongst the burial sites she had at her farm. She would place marriage ads in Chicago newspapers, which would lead most of her victims to her Indiana home with cash in hand. Well, I'm sure there wasn't accompanying pictures.
Oh
This
yeah, I
was
was gonna
back in
say with this picture, can you imagine her fucking like dating video from like the 80s, just being like, "My name is Belle Gunnis, and I've got a farm, and let me tell you, I got 3 chins and a frown that could put the devil in his place. Let me tell you,
Boy, I can churn some butter, boys. I could.
Oh,
I've got these
oh.
big. I've got these big, rough hands, perfect for churning butter and just choking your chickens.
Well, believe it or not, she literally choked a lot of chickens. She was trained in the art of butchery by her father,
Okay.
a fellow severe person,
Mhm.
and she used those
Also
skills-
pictured here.
Yes. And she used those butchering skills to butcher these suitors and bury their bodies in her yard, taking the money they brought with them for herself, including other things like fur coats and various things. This is
Ah.
actually kind of how they got caught, is like the victims' relatives would come looking for them and they'd notice, oh, that's totally George's suitcase. What's that doing there? And George isn't,
Yeah.
And
Weird.
so one of the brothers of the victim, or one of her victims, became very suspicious of her. He's like, fucking George's suitcase is right there. And her luck seemed to be running out. And then mysteriously, as it seemed like it was all about to fall down around her, her farmhouse burned down.
Oh.
And her body was not amongst the ashes or rubble.
she
was
get
she-
away?
That is a theory, is that she might have fucking burned her own house down to escape, and she got away with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bitch.
that absolute bitch.
What an inspirational story for all the young women out there. You can murder a bunch of men, burn the house down, and make your escape. My God.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm guys, I at the risk of getting in major trouble, I'm
Yeah.
kind of impressed by Bill Gunness. I'm not gonna lie. That is
Yeah, I mean, she is an impressive piece of shit, without a doubt.
for
Like,
sure, for sure. I mean, impressed by the audacity of what she did and the fact that she literally set fire and ran. That's crazy.
Yeah. The fact that she potentially got away with it, and the fact that children she fostered and her own adopted daughter and stepdaughter were among the victims, makes me think that she should be considered for the first candidate to be sent straight up Satan's butthole.
Interesting. Interesting. I do hear you on that one. I do hear you on that one. Because with the fact that she's also a family annihilator on top of like, because at first it sounds a little bit like arsenic and old lace, right? It's just like this this woman, these guys are dying anyway. I'll just take their stuff, and so it's like a cute little cutesy dark comedy murder, and then she just like she annihilates her family. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's a different level. That's a different level.
It is. So I'm gonna say I'm saying S, straight up Satan's butthole for this one. What do
Dave?
you guys think?
Because I know a lot of the people that are on this list.
I know it's hard. Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna spread it out the proper, she'd be right next to freaking forehead for days there. Because she's not quite that bad.
Damn.
This is so fucking terrible.
That's right.
Because they're all fucking horrible
that
people.
speaks to the list.
Yeah,
That
dude.
is exactly
such a
right.
terrible way.
It's we're truly investigating the worst people in the world. We chose the least we chose the least safe thing to do with the worst people in the world.
So yeah, like I said, I think they all deserve to be in Satan's butthole.
Sure. But there's only so
comparison to
many
some of the
souls
other
that can fit up there, okay?
Yeah, there's only so much butthole.
and Satan's leaving room for Dick Cheney. So like, and
That's right.
that's a lot of buttholes real estate that we gotta keep there. So we're three demons deciding where they go. We gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I think I'm with Dave on this one. I think Agony Forever. It might be my bias. This foster kids and that family annihilator. Yes, horrible stuff. I think it's Agony Forever for her because like I said, we're gonna need. There's gonna be plenty up there in that devilish rectum. So we're gonna have to
the big old red rump.
That's right.
All right, who we got next?
Beautiful.
All right, looks like we got another female here.
We do.
Countess Elizabeth.
Down, boy,
Bathory.
Dave. Calm down. What was it about this photo that really got you hot to trot there, Dave?
Another female killer.
Oh, you don't like the frills?
Yeah, that's right. She's got frills for days. Look at them sleeves.
Oh man, she just looks so innocent in the painting though. But until listen to what she's done.
Hold
Yeah.
on, innocent. The artist couldn't even keep from making her look. Hold on, innocent. I don't know about that, man.
The more I look at it, it looks like a Picasso face.
Yeah. She's
Yeah, one of them eyes is a little too south.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, she tortured and murdered hundreds of girls and women
Okay.
with the help of
Jeez.
4 servants in the Kingdom of Hungary, now Slovakia. She was said to have tortured her victims, the daughters of lesser gentry, who were sent to live in her, was it?
Gynoeceum.
Gynoeceum. of female quarters.
Okay.
Yes.
To learn etiquette with needles and a black metal claw, she would strap to her hand. She would also starve several women to death. She would claim the women died of cholera, not allowing priests to examine the bodies before burial.
Yeah, this is a woman who used her privilege and a real fucked up gift from her late husband, which was a black metal claw that she would strap to her hand, to just torture and murder all of these young women who were sent from lesser royals to learn etiquette.
That's nuts.
And the reason she did that too, just to add a little bit more to this, is because she ran out of the poor people and everything. She ran out of those people to murder. She filled
what?
graveyards, and because of her status, she would not allow the priests to check the bodies to confirm the means of death that she kept claiming.
How? So yeah. Wait. How? That's my thing. Is like, how does she keep getting fucking away with this? Like, that's
She didn't.
insane. Oh.
She did not get away with it.
Okay.
Eventually,
but I heard hundreds. I heard the phrase hundreds of victims.
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
mean, she got away with it for a while, but then eventually, the guy who was sent in to replace her late husband as the ruler of the Kingdom of Hungary at the time, he was just like, she's got all this money, and I'm just gonna fucking give her to the public.
Oh.
And essentially, her 4 servants were brutally executed for what they did. for
Oh,
helping
because they
her.
helped. Okay.
Yeah. And she was banished to a castle for the rest of her life, where she lived a very lonely, nothing kind of life, which was still a very
Way too good for her.
yeah,
Way
yeah,
too
way
good
too
for her.
good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god.
she sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way to put that. She sucks.
I mean, that I mean the sheer number, the fact that she's also listen, she's got like modern day billionaire vibes where it's like, why are you
Mhm.
doing this thing when you could be helping people? Instead, you are literally killing us. Elon. Why are you doing this? Like, for that reason alone, I'm saying straight up the beehole. I know you wanted Belle Gunnis earlier, but like that, hundreds.
Yeah, dude, she went into triple digits. She did.
God damn.
And it's rumored, like, I know they say this a lot about the story of Dracula, but apparently some of her acts were inspiration for Dracula.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
given the moniker the Bloody Countess.
Oh,
With
yeah.
a name like that, that's an express first class ticket to Butthole City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dave,
Did she like bathe in the fucking blood of these women to try and get younger or something too? Like, good lord.
I wouldn't put it
I know.
past her.
There's not. Seriously. And one of the things that really gets me about her is that she would use needles. I hate needles. I fucking hate needles, dude. And she wouldn't just like poke them with needles in the skin. She went under the fingernails.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
dude. She
Yeah.
deserves to
No.
go in the
Bad
butthole.
person.
No, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
we-
You
all
don't
right.
I'm
fuck
feeling
with
we're
them.
unanimous on
It's-
this. She's
it's
going
unanimous,
straight
yeah.
up Satan's beehole.
the congratulations, Countess Fuckface. You're straight up in the straight. You've got yourself a first class ticket to Satan's butthole. That is, ugh. Anyway, ugh. Ugh. No,
Terrible stuff.
bad.
Well, now we're going to walk away from some of the more obscure ones, and we're going to go to one that is probably more well known, the Boston Strangler, Alberto Del Salvo.
Look at this guy.
Look at him, yeah. Look at like
Wow.
an extra in Sopranos.
Oh yeah, right.
So he was convicted of murdering 13 women in the greater Boston area of Massachusetts. His victims, ages 19 to 85, were found strangled to death in their apartments. Most of them sexually assaulted as well.
No.
There was no sign of forced entry into their homes, leading police to believe that he was let in by his victims.
What? How? Like, just was he like pretending to be a handyman or something?
Yes,
don't know?
that was actually one of the things.
Oh.
They're saying that one of the ways that he probably did it was posing as a serviceman, or just by wooing some of them
Oh my god.
and entering the
Mm.
Like, I imagine the one that was 85, he was like, hey, let me check, your pipes or whatever. I hear them rattling, or I'm here to check the meter, like that kind of thing,
I can hear.
But
I
yeah.
can hear the artistry happening.
Yeah, right.
That is when did this happen? This was what? It looks like the pictures from the 40s. When is this happening?
I didn't put down the date. I guess we can look it up real quick. I didn't do that for a lot of them, the times, which I probably should have fucking done.
You're fine. I mean,
he So he did this in the 60s. This was 1962 to 1964 that he committed these murders.
Jesus.
Yeah, and clearly by his moniker, he did it by strangling them.
Right. Yeah, God. 19 to 85. That's like, that just goes to show, like, there's always this like mind hunter like idea of like serial killers have a type and like a this and a that.
Yeah.
Very, very, and it's like that guy is just like, nah, I don't care. As long as they're women, I'm strangling. Like, that's,
Yep. Whoever's easy to get into the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It speaks to the almost like, it's not randomness is not the right word, but it speaks to like the so that there's something like untrackable, unknown. It's so much scarier that there's not a pattern. You know what I mean? Like there's not a thing in that case, So it's ugh. This one's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, no. No, and I don't like his nose.
No. I mean,
His nose.
he also, looks like like you said, he looks like a fucking goon, like in the Batman TV show.
Yeah.
Like that's what he looks
Absolutely. Post Batman breaking his nose, goon. Yeah.
like. Exactly.
Yeah. And I feel like it is kind of a must that we must dress these people down physically, because they
Oh,
are,
for sure.
their souls
They're
are
pieces
already
of shit.
so ugly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're pieces of shit. I mean,
Because
listen,
I'm not for that. I but fuck this guy.
how brave of you to say. Yeah. No, normally
Yeah.
commenting. Listen, I'm gonna comment on assholes' appearances who murdered other people. All bets are off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get up on that hill. I'll die there. If you're mad at me for making a comment about how this guy looks like fucking I don't know. Like I said, I'm fucking
Diet
goon.
Christopher Moltisanti.
There you
yeah,
go.
but-
There you go. Like,
Yeah.
all right, you can be mad at me for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he is handsomer than some of our other people, but
The handsomest so far, without a doubt.
which kind of explains the whole like I broke in, like, it's a trusting thing. Some of these fucking serial killers, they use that to their advantage too. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just such a don't trust the pretty ones. It's the
Hell no, dude.
and
Those
don't trust
tend
the
to be
ugly
worst
ones either. Just don't let people into your house you don't know.
Don't let people in your
Yeah.
home.
That
Yeah,
you're not
clearly.
expecting. Just don't do it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where this guy should fall. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I feel a little bit like maybe he should be a demon's prison bitch but I don't know. It's hard for me. Like what we got to do is put out of our mind like the hierarchy of this tier list. I know it's a tier list, but we got to put it out of our mind. We're just slotting people in,
Right.
Yeah. So,
And his numbers are lower than everyone else's. His
Mhm.
damage was not as, severe as everyone else. So I do believe, at the very least, he does need to be a demon's prison bitch. Maybe crush his soul. No, you know what? I agree with you. He needs to be a demon's prison bitch.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Dave?
Oh, I agree with you guys with that one because if he thought treating women was like that way was correct, then he deserves to fucking get treated like fucking a demon's bitch.
That's right.
So
I see it. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Moving right along. Oh, this asshole.
Yeah, this guy.
asshole.
the
But this
BTK killer.
what a fucking nerd, Dennis Rader. God damn.
What an absolute
What an
nerd.
absolute fucking loser. Anyway, sorry. I was cutting you off, Dave.
Oh no. You go right ahead. He
Oh.
deserves.
Yeah,
every
look at
bit
him.
of
He
it.
looks like fucking Sammy Jenkins from Memento.
What
an asshole.
Just
Man. So yeah, this guy, he murdered at least 10 people in Kansas, a majority of his victims being women. He would bind his victims with objects from their own homes and suffocate them with plastic bags, shirts, or strangle them with rope, stockings, or a belt. He would take photographs of several of his victims after the murders. He also kept keepsakes from his female victims, such as underwear, IDs, and miscellaneous personal items.
this guy. What you forgot to mention was this guy was a total fucking dweeb. Because also he like he's such a piece of shit. This guy also like because he like had like a back and forth with police, right? And like he like, got so upset. I forget what it was. I don't think he wanted to be called BTK killer. He wanted to be called something else. And like he got really annoyed that that they weren't calling him that in the fucking papers or some shit. And like he was just a sniveling little worm. They caught him because he sent in like a fucking floppy disk into the police, and they tracked it back to him because he didn't understand how fucking
Wow.
computers worked. Yeah, no, he's a fucking piece of shit. And he's such a
What an asshole.
He's just a little. He just thinks he's the kind of guy who thought he was so fucking cool for what he was doing, and it's like
Yeah.
you are just scum, bro. Like I don't fucking. Ugh. Ugh.
And in case anyone doesn't know, BTK meaning bind, torture, kill.
Yeah.
So
I mean, my inclination, as much as I loathe this guy, is to like treat him because like he's the kind of serial killer who gets off on the idea of being a serial killer, and I almost want to treat it. I almost don't want to give him any fucking like I don't want to pay him any attention. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking give him any of that. I don't. I just want to ignore him. To just fuck with him to a certain extent. But I don't know.
yeah, I feel that. I mean, someone's got to be on the bottom of the shit pile.
Yeah, I almost kind of want to put him on the bottom of the shit pile because I think he's worthy of being on the bottom of everything. I don't like this guy doesn't need.
And the bottom of the shit pile is not pleasant. He's still going to
No.
have a magma man kick back, relax, and place his heels on this guy's back.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, it's not fun. But yeah, I agree. He's a fucking dweeb. Put his Sammy Jenkins ass with the magma man. He's a
Mhm.
footstool. He's a fucking footstool. of a human
Exactly.
being.
He doesn't even warrant any of the fucking like the mystique of being a serial killer or whatever the fuck. Like he doesn't
Fair.
he doesn't even warrant that shit. Heapus, we'll get you on the next list.
Is this your confession, Heapus?
I know. Are you about to fucking tell us something, Heapus? But yeah.
Oh, he kind of looks like one of those like weird guys that would like to get like that crushed. He likes that crushed fucking fantasy shit. And so like
he's like a step on me kind of guy.
I think that he needs to really see what being crushed is all about.
Yeah.
So you're saying crush his soul.
Okay.
I feel you. I feel you.
that. I feel that too.
But I also, I get your guys' sentiment with him being, on the bottom too, but who knows? He might like magma.
Yeah,
he
I
might be
mean,
a sick.
he is a
He's
sick
into
fuck.
he was into a lot of those. Yeah, he was a voyeur and he had a lot of different fetishes. Nothing against cross dressing, but that was another thing that he did too. Like he had a lot going on for him. In cases like this, I feel it's okay to split the diff. Put him with broke nose and
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. I can see
yeah,
that. We
he's a
split the
demon's
difference
prison
here.
bitch. Yeah.
We split the difference here for sure.
I can see a demon, dressing him up nicely. Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. And just calling him BTK just to piss him off while it's
Right,
happening the whole
right.
time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Wait, 1 second. Langfinger. I don't know how to say that, but thank you for the follow a minute ago. Welcome to DOTV. Welcome to the Weekly Weird.
Awesome.
You've joined us on one of our darkest episodes today. Welcome in. All right.
And you've made it just in time for our main man here, Robert Hansen, the Butcher Baker. Look at this guy.
Wow.
Look at the pock marks. He suffered from severe acne, so severe that it scarred him like visibly. Even with that
Clearly.
low res picture, you can see it, dude. You can see that shit.
Yeah. That's
So old Bobby Hansen here. He abducted, assaulted, and murdered at least 17 women in Alaska. Many of his victims he stalked for days, figuring out their habits, then abducted them at gunpoint, essayed them, and then released them into the wilderness, in which then he would hunt them using a...
Oh, fucking shit.
scared the bejesus out of all of us. We doing it big.
Holy
God damn.
shit.
My
God
fucking
damn.
heart.
Ram Steezy TV, thank you for the raid. I forgot that was the raid noise. Welcome in to the Weekly Weird. This is DOTV.
God damn.
We're doing a
I was
serial
all
killer.
into this.
Yeah, right? We were deep. We Steezy raid. Welcome in, guys. We're doing our show, The Weekly Weird, where we talk about dark history, horrible shit, conspiracies, aliens, cryptids, serial killers, all of that stuff. We're doing our serial killer tier list of where these serial killers belong in hell. Thank you,
While
Funny
wearing
Premise, for the
snazzy
stream.
hats.
I have no
Yes.
problem, Ram fam. Welcome in to DOTV. Appreciate you dropping your folks over with me. Guys, kick up your feet and enjoy as we talk about some heinous shit. And listen, this is a call-in show. So you can let us know
Yep.
what you
Numbers
think.
up there.
Whether you agree, disagree, what you think. So Ed Kemper coming, only person I recognize off the bat. Is Ed Kemper on this list?
Ed Kemper actually is not on this list.
But-
There's a couple of guys. We ended up doing 36 people, and there's some really prolific pieces of shit on this list. And he didn't make the cut. He probably should have.
Yeah.
And we could still, at the end of this, we might rank him. There's some people we left out, so we could rank Ed Kemper.
What are the
after this,
tiers?
but-
Guys, the tiers are, I'll read them from top to bottom. Straight up Satan's butthole. Agony forever. Beatings. Non-stop beatings. Crush their soul with a massive boulder. Demon's prison bitch. And footrest for a magma man. So, number 14 is not Ed Kemper. Then who is it? We'll get there. We will get there. It does look like Ed Kemper. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about this guy here, right? He does look vaguely Kemperish, but we'll get there. I don't want to spoil too much.
But this piece of shit, the Butcher Baker, Robert Hansen.
Mhm.
So he stalked women. He would abduct them at gunpoint, essay them, then release them into the wilderness, in which he would then hunt them down using his Ruger Mini 14 and several hunting knives.
Knives. No.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
ugh.
Not a. Yeah. Real bad stuff. And his moniker comes from the fact that he owned a bakery and was considered a well-respected member of the business community until obviously the hunting women down in the
that's
forest thing
terrifying.
came to light. Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. I hate that.
I wouldn't eat a fucking bagel from this guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at him.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have Baker vibes in that picture, man.
No, dude,
No.
no.
Ugh,
No,
wild,
Way too pockmarked.
wild.
So
Um,
the fact that he hunts people down kind of makes me feel like he needs to be up there getting
Mm.
beatings,
Mhm.
nonstop beatings.
I feel that. I feel the beatings, nonstop beatings. I think,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I think nonstop beatings.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like a good face to beat.
I mean,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
He could use some more work.
A few more pockmarks.
Yeah.
Some demon-sized pockmarks. All
Yeah,
right.
And
Well,
chat, as you hear the stories, please feel free, especially the new Raiders, to
yeah.
tell us what you think where they should go.
Right. Yeah. Let us know where in the tier list with these guys should be, you know, we'll take that in consideration, and we can move things around. Like, just because we've placed them up here doesn't mean we can't shift them back and forth. Will of the people. Okay.
Hell yeah, especially with a good argument. Convince us.
Yeah, that's right. Moving right along. Oh,
Oh yeah.
here we go.
It's him.
The Butcher of Plainfield. Again.
Look at this guy.
Look at him.
The inspiration
that
for
fucking haircut.
so much horror.
Absolutely.
I know.
Another man that looks like his hair is trying to like escape from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, there's something that gets in the follicles, and they just want to escape way out. To answer your question, Blue Toe 99, the top person on the top is Count. What was her name?
Countess Elizabeth Bathory of the Kingdom of Hungary, which is now Slovakia. She was known as the Bloody Countess, and she was just not a good person. She tortured a lot of young girls and then killed them, and got away with it for years. Her murders went into the triple digits. She's the only person right now on the list who went into the triple digits.
Yeah, hundreds of people were murdered, and yeah, she kind of sort of didn't get punished that badly for it. In my opinion, she got to live out until her natural death, which is insanity to me. So, you know.
Yeah. Not good stuff.
Not good at all.
All right, now this piece of shit here.
Yeah.
Brutally murdered 2 women in Wisconsin, but was also found to have exhumed several corpses from a nearby graveyard and fashioned them into keepsakes in his home. When police searched his home, they found the decapitated body of one of his victims hung upside down by her legs and dressed out like a deer in the shed. In his house, yeah, Jesus. In his house, police found human bone fragments, a wastebasket made of human skin, chairs upholstered with human skin, skulls for bedposts, bowls made of skulls, a corset made from a female torso, leggings made of leg skin, masks made of human heads, including that of one of his victims, his other victim's head in a burlap sack, a shoebox with 9 vulvae inside, a belt made of female nipples.
Yep.
Nah, man.
The list gets worse as he goes on. It doesn't
How
get.
much
It's never
longer
gonna
is
get
the
better.
list?
Dude, these are some things I never thought I'd
fucking
actually read.
shoebox of vulvas.
Yeah.
Of vulvae.
Uh,
My
Vulvae.
God, dude.
Oh,
A
man.
belt made of female nipples. Like, good lord.
All right,
Yep.
let's all right.
4 noses,
Oh, God,
a
it keeps
pair
going.
of lips
Now
on
stop.
a window shade, drawstring, a lampshade made of a human face, and fingernails from female fingers.
Why
He
does a
had a theme for
lampshade?
his house, dude.
Why does a lampshade need a face? Why do you need a face on your lampshade?
Why does a shoebox need 9 vulvae, dude?
Dude.
Like, I don't know. This guy had something in his head that it all needed what it needed.
Why do you need a second pair of skin for your legs
The
as
only-
leggings?
Yeah,
He only killed. Yeah. So to clarify, he only killed 2 women, but the body parts came from graves he exhumed. These are already people who were dead that he
Yeah, I was
dug up
gonna
the
say-
bodies and made
Yeah.
furniture out
I
of.
was gonna say the only saving grace for Ed Gein, because I think I seem to recall in my, and I maybe this is my memory, and my memory is flawed by various abuses I have done to my brain, including learn about more horrible shit. But my memory is that Ed Gein was like very much like a developmentally disabled man, and like
Yes.
very much had like he didn't fully understand what he was doing. And there's some arguments that like the murders of the two women were accidents, or like not, or like one was an accident and the other one like was after he got a thing for it. It's like, it's definitely hazy. I'm not trying to justify what he did. He's a piece of shit, clearly fucking demented,
Disturbed individual.
very highly disturbed individual.
Absolutely.
But yeah, True Craftsman, Jesus Christ. Agony forever, sticking with it. Bluto, I appreciate your. I like the principle behind that. Crushed soul with a massive boulder. I accidentally made a belt out of nipples once too. I don't know how you accidentally did that. I don't want any details. All right, listen. Don't admit to crimes on a
That
video.
is the
okay?
second person admitting to a
I know,
heinous
right?
crime on
I'm-
this.
I'm just gonna think they are the gummy nipples because it's Halloween,
Mm.
and that's as far as I'm going.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
Gain admitted to trying to create a woman's suit to attempt to become his deceased mother.
Yeah.
He served as the inspiration for several fictional serial killers, such as Norman Bates, Psycho, which I was about to say because
Mhm.
of all that with the mom. Leatherface,
Mhm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Buffalo Bill, Silence of the Lambs. Garland Green from Con Air. And the Firefly family, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, yes, I
clearly.
can definitely see a lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
from that.
He is kind of the grandfather of horror because of that. Jesus Christ.
Papa TV, thank you for the first use of Fleshlight in the chat.
Perbox.
Oh.
Perbox Katrina. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. That is wild. Yeah, I hate all of that. Blech. Indeed,
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
This one is going to be the hardest one for me, I think, because while his
He had a
crime-
real nasty hobby, but as a
Truly.
serial killer,
true, right?
not
And-
very prolific at all. Not much going on. You know.
Yeah, very much like a man deeply. This is the first one because he's not like, like I truly despise BTK. I don't like any of these people. Let me first say that. But like, I don't have as much vitriolic hatred for Ed Gein. He is like a fascinating case study of like the human mind gone wrong. But like, he's not like, he wasn't trying to get attention. In my understanding of the case, my memories of the case, it's not. It seems like he maybe wasn't even trying to kill anyone necessarily. Like that wasn't. Maybe he would have ramped up to killing more people, but he got caught before that happened. Like
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I think with Langfinger, who said crush their soul with a massive boulder. That's kind of where I feel that that's what he needs. He needs to get squished. That's my.
He needs a bit of a crushing.
He needs.
I feel that he would have entered serial killer territory had he been given more time. He was
Yeah.
the victim he had in his shed that he had tied upside down and dressed like a deer was because he was trying to make a more a not so decayed and unusable flesh suit to
I see.
literally be in the skin of his mother. That would have led to more. I think he was on
For
the
sure.
road, and yeah,
For sure.
I'm thinking that he needs to be at the bottom, and the only reason why I think he needs to be at the bottom is because he likes to turn people into furniture and stuff, and so he should live eternity as a ottoman for
That's a really
magma
good
That's
demon.
point
a
for a
very
magma
good
man.
strong. That's a strong argument. I like that.
that is a strong argument.
That is a strong argument, and I'm inclined to agree. Can you, I'm
It's a
inclined to
very
agree.
strong argument. I was with certain members of chat with crushing him, but god damn it, if turning him into human furniture seems like the most perfect.
Yeah,
punishment
there's
for
something
this man.
poetic about that, and I think that's, I feel
Yeah.
that. I think we
Because
go there.
I was gonna agree
That guy
with you
knows
guys
his
with
stuff.
the crushing. Yeah, I was gonna agree with you with the crushing, but then when I thought about it, and with him being an ottoman and liking,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
thought it would work.
Let
perfectly.
the
And with the fact
punishment
that
fit
he's
the
only-
crimes.
He's only killed 2 people, compared to all the other people on the fucking list.
True.
That have killed numerous. So
Guy on the right is low key a serial killer. Love it.
wait, Dave?
Dave.
Dave, are you gonna get on this list too with Heapus?
I don't incriminate myself. I don't
That's
know.
right. You don't. Yeah, that's right. Don't admit to crimes while you're out there. Oh my god. Oh, this asshole. Oh god.
Look at him.
Oh,
Can't even keep his eyes open.
God,
for
I
a fucking picture.
hate this guy.
All right.
All right.
This is Dean Coral, the Candyman. He abducted, assaulted, tortured, and murdered at least 28 teenage boys in Texas. He would lure the boys with the help of 2 teenage accomplices, David Brooks and Elmer Henley. The victims would be offered a ride to a party and then restrained and killed by either strangulation or shooting with a .22 caliber pistol. He was eventually shot and killed by his own accomplice, Elmer Henley. And he was called the Candyman because he owned a candy factory in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy is incredibly gross. I mean, he is clearly like groomed to troubled kids into helping him murder more kids. It was this weird like cycle of like, let's go find kids, and like, kids finding kids to get murdered by this weirdo. It's it's not good.
Bluto, totally agree. This is exactly the face of the man you do not take candy from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Anyone who's called I'm sure they called him the Candyman after they fucking found him, because clearly, but good God, like, nobody named the Candyman is a good thing. Nobody named that.
No.
That's not a good name for anyone. No. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want this guy in Agony Forever territory. That's where I'm initially landing on. Agony Forever, beatings, nonstop beatings. Even I would even entertain the Devil's Butthole argument. That's where I'm landing with this guy. I think he's
Really? You think that he deserves the devil's butthole?
I'm maybe not there yet, but I think, I mean, he like no, I don't like it. I don't like the grooming aspect of it. It makes me ew. It's gross. It's extra gross to me.
Yeah, I get that. I'd say he'd be in good company in Agony Forever with the sack of shit wearing a wig and the woman who escaped in a fire.
Right.
So I'll go as high as Agony Forever. I think he deserves it. Anyone named the Candyman.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
For me, see, if you could change the boulder to like a jawbreaker, then like crush his soul with the thing that he lived to make, like.
Listen, the boulder can have many forms, David.
It could be a rock of candy. It could be rock candy boulder.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Crush him on the big rock candy mountain, dude.
That's right.
But I do agree, like, he is a big enough piece of shit to where he can go, be in agony with fucking the other two.
Yeah. I think Agony Forever. I think that's where we land. He was a VP of a candy company. Ugh. Oh, again, it's that rich guy vibes too. That's fucking
it was in
really
his
sets
family,
me
yeah.
off. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, he didn't even earn the candy factory, dude.
No, I don't like it. I think he's in agony forever. No. Fuck that man. Anyway. Ah!
Yeah, I feel okay with that.
Oh my god. I don't know this next one at all. We ready for it?
Oh yeah, take it away.
All
Dave.
right. Paul John Knowles, the Casanova Killer.
God damn.
He
Yeah.
killed at least 18 people throughout the U.S., although he claimed at least 35. He would break into his victims' homes, rob them, sometimes sexually assaulting
Yeah, you're
As-
fine. You're fine. Just
them,
move on.
and strangle
Damage
them
done.
to death. He did this over the course of 4 months after escaping police custody for stabbing a bartender during a fight. After a car chase and shootout in Georgia, Knowles was stopped by a Vietnam vet and a hospital maintenance worker named David Clark, who was hunting and held him at gunpoint until detectives arrived on the scene. While being transported by police, Knowles grabbed Sheriff Earl Lee's handgun from him and struggle ensued, in which Agent Ronnie Angel fired 3 shots into Knowles' chest, killing him.
Damn. This dude was like a fucking bandito, basically.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You can't tell
Yeah.
from the picture. Look at this.
I
guy.
know. I mean,
He's
definite.
killing that cigarette.
Is that a
He's murdering
scar
that
on his
style.
cheek?
It
Or
looks
is that
like
just
there's a
hair?
scar on his fucking cheek too. Like the guy looks like what an asshole would put on their character sliders for their character creator, like generic cool man. This one I don't know enough about this one at all, really. So my inclination is to
Yeah.
crush his soul with a boulder. Just
Yeah.
to-
Just to make him be alone for a little bit, you know, like just keep him there alone.
True. And like, listen, man, the whole like Wild West shootout gangster thing was played out by the time you were doing that shit. So get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave, you researched this one, right? Any considering factors here, or we give him the boulder?
I would say give him the boulder. I mean, he's already been
Yeah, there's
shot
not
in
much to him.
shot in the chest 3 times, a boulder on his chest too, crushing his soul. Why not?
Yeah. His worst crime
Exactly.
was just being a generic serial killer. That was his worst
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah, he's really mid, and that's where he's gonna be.
That's right. The middest of serial killers.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh god, this next one too. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
This guy.
Oh god.
Little.
Oh Jesus.
This is Samuel Little,
Ugh.
aka the Choke and Stroke Killer.
Oh god. We
Yeah,
don't need an explanation for that. We really don't.
It means exactly what
Yeah.
what you think it means.
We don't need any explanation for that, guys.
Yep. He confessed to committing 93 murders between 1970 and 2005.
Golly.
The FBI's most violent criminal apprehension program confirmed at least 60 of the murders that he confessed to.
That high? 60?
That makes it the largest number of confirmed victims of any serial killer in American history. From his own account, he said at a young age he had sexual fantasies of choking women and would collect true crime magazines depicting the choking of women. He was convicted in 3 states of his crime and accused of crimes in 16 other states. His crimes ranged from DUIs, SAs, fraud, armed robbery, etc. And the LA police gave him the name because he often masturbated while strangling his victims.
Did you have to say it? We
I-
knew. We all knew.
I don't know who said it. I covered my mouth and someone just irked out of some bad words. I don't know.
Yeah. David. Did you have to say it, David?
I'm sorry.
I don't think
I
we
read
need-
about this guy. Okay.
I
This
don't
is
think we
terrible,
need
terrible
any discussion for this guy. I think we know where he belongs. I put
Yeah,
him
he's
up there.
already up the butt.
He's
Yeah,
already-
he's
he's
already up the
already
butt.
up
That's
there.
where he needs to be.
This
Yeah.
guy is this guy is truly terrifying. I knew that he confessed to a lot, but there's another, I forget his name. He might be on this list. There's another serial killer or alleged serial killer who like confessed to like 100 crimes, and it's pretty certain that he didn't do it. He was just doing it for attention. This guy, I've seen videos of this guy. He's not doing it for attention. He's just he like draws pictures of the fucking crime scenes from his memory too. It's fucking, this guy is a monster, like straight out of a fucking horror novel. It is insane.
Yeah, and his eyebrows are incredibly not groomed.
No.
So
No.
fuck him.
No. Yeah, that guy. He's ugh, brr.
First
He-
class to the butt.
Mhm.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be swimming in that Saint Nass.
Grab your snorkel. You're going up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all we have to say about that.
and that's all. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm leaving it alone. There was a couple of things I wanted to pick up there. Nope. 5 years before getting caught is a crazy run. Yeah, to say the least. It's fucking
Yeah.
a terrifying fact. That's a terrifying fact. Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, she is infamous. She
This
is
one's
very well
famous.
known. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Eileen Wuornos?
Yeah.
Is that how you
Good
say
stuff.
it?
We're
All
nice, yeah.
The Damsel of Death. She murdered 7 men in Florida. Her victims were clients or Johns of hers. She would prostitute herself to men along highways and shoot them dead with a .22 caliber pistol. She would then rob their bodies and dispose of them in various locations, sometimes on the side of the road. She would also pawn her victims' belongings for cash. When captured, Wuornos claimed that she killed the men in self-defense and that they had tried to
Yeah.
assay her.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's famous. This is Monster, right? Is that the movie?
Yeah, this is Charlize Theron portrayed her in that
Mhm.
movie.
She had no regrets for the shit that she did at
No.
all.
No.
No, yeah, her interviews are you can see it. You
Yeah.
can hear it.
Seven people blew toe. Yeah. This is one, she definitely is remorseless, and that goes into consideration. I also don't know how much what her story about them wanting to, you know what I mean? Like she was she was selling sex basically. So,
Mhm.
she lived in a very who knows how true that was, but even still nobody deserves to fucking die. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly, yeah.
man. I don't
No
know.
one's saying that there wasn't any SA, but
Yeah. Yeah, golly. I mean, I kind of agree with Blue Toe here. Like, with the Demon's Prison bitch. It feels like she's remorseless.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I have too many thoughts on Eileen Wuornos, other than like the movie was interesting.
The movie was interesting, Christina Ricci was good in it too,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to her. She is very mid, but I would say Demon's Prison Bitch is a good place for her. I'd agree with Pluto on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep her in her line of work.
Keep her in the profession. I
Yeah.
mean,
Fucking shit.
every time.
Salt Man.
Welcome in, Salt Man. Welcome in to DOTV and the Weekly Weird. Welcome in, Raiders. We are doing our weekly podcast show. about dark history, conspiracies, aliens, all the crazy stuff. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If we do this every week on Fridays, also for our new people here, this show is every Friday. Other days during the week, we normally play games. These guys are usually involved too. So welcome in, and if you like the content, please give us a follow. Did Jim get fired? No, Jim had the week off. Jim had another thing going on, so we got Dave to sub in for. You might know Dave from other such streams as Papados and Edgy Lol and the Caution Codes, and also on DOTV. So, thank you, Volpix, Shiricon, Volpix for the follow. Really appreciate you. Welcome in, guys.
Got the 470. with
I
that
know.
one.
Here we are.
Oh,
Whoa, we're working our way towards 500, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, you do Menendez stuff in Fridays, right? We did Menendez stuff last weekend.
yeah,
yes,
2
Volpix.
Fridays in a
yeah,
row. We did
yeah.
the Menendez brothers,
We're
man.
blissfully past the Menendez brothers, and now we're moving on to other content. Pizza Boy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Saltman, thank you again for the raid, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Lila, good to see you as well, guys. Kick up your feet and enjoy the madness that we're talking about. We're for the new people, we are putting serial killers. We're ranking them by where they belong in hell. From top to bottom, we've got straight up Satan's beehole, agony forever, beatings, non-stop beatings, crush their soul with a massive boulder, demon's prison bitch, and a footrest for a magma man. Those are our listings. Listen, we believe all these people belong in hell. Nobody's escaping their fate. We just, as 3 demons manning the gates of hell, we need to file people in their appropriate spots, okay? Not everyone can fit into the Satan's butthole. Like I said, Dick Cheney still has a spot reserved.
Very true.
yes.
But where does old Aileen go?
That's what we're trying to figure out now. I think where we land. Demon's prison bitch. Is that where we're going?
Yeah. I think
that
that's
was
perfect.
the consensus. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Well, top Pizza Boy. The top. Listen, Eileen killed 7 people. Our top 2 people have hit potentially triple digits. It's like I don't mean
they are
to.
The worst of the worst.
They are truly abominable. Speaking of an abominable,
This guy.
This guy, Dio, you've brought him up. I think a couple times. Actually.
the dating game killer, Rodney Akala. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you're gonna have some stuff to say about this guy. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't. I can't really get into specifics, but I have watched the dating game that he is on, and it is fucking creepy. For those of you who don't know, he's called the Dating Game Killer because he appeared on the game show The Dating Game, where in this case it was a bachelorette talked to 3 bachelors. He was one of the 3 possible bachelors, and he won. That's the craziest thing, is he won. And but during the whole thing, you can watch it, he is just this smarmiest, gross.
Yeah.
And if I'm recalling correctly, the woman who he went on a date with was totally creeped. I don't think she even went on the date. I think she stopped.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
She decided not to go on the date because he was so fucking weird and creepy. And good for her. She almost was one of his victims. Because that's
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild. You can find the dating game footage on YouTube and see it. I'm sure at some point we'll actually get around to covering a lot of these people, and he's one that I'm very interested in covering just because he is so weird, and there's that footage is wild. But anyway, I'll let you take it.
Just like that unibrow, dude. It's crazy.
I know, dude. God damn.
So old Rodney was convicted of murdering 8 people in California, New York, and Wyoming, but is potentially responsible for over 130 murders.
Wait,
He
what?
at-
130?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
but only convicted of 8. Yeah, I know.
That's fucked up.
He was known for essaying his victims
Yeah.
and then strangling them to unconsciousness before waiting for them to come to and continuing the act until they died. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah. He's not great.
All right.
He's not great.
As demons, have we checked on the elasticity of Satan's butthole? Because I'm starting to think maybe we need to
We can
consider
fit a few more than we thought.
We might
yeah.
need to cram a few more in there.
Yeah. Now, once again, when some of these numbers are, he was convicted and then he might have
Sure.
admitted to 130 just for clout, and that
Okay.
might not be true. So, you know how some serial killers are.
Yeah.
But like you did bring up, he was on the dating game in the midst of his killing spree.
Yeah.
So he was between murders when he went on that show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But-
he was going to murder that woman on the game
Yes.
show. He was 1,000% going to murder that woman.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
That's it's wild.
I think that he deserves to be in Satan's butthole, because anybody that gets their jollies off by doing something like that is fucking disgusting.
It's truly
Yeah.
evil.
Like, good
The
lord.
fact that he tortured people by strangling them and then waiting for them to wake up until they would no longer wake up.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
nightmare. Good lord.
Yeah, he needs to be strangled with Satan's sphincter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that for a alliteration?
I think if you murder for fun, it automatically starts at tier C. I agree with that, Salt Man. I do agree with that. Not to rehash our prior justifications, but like the only reason why we rated like BTK, I truly despise. We just don't want to give him the kind of attention that he so desperately wanted. That's
Right,
why.
yeah.
That's why we want to treat him like the bottom bitch, because he was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was a whiny little dweeb, like you said.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I agree with that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The moving right along, ranking these dudes like fast food restaurant. Listen, is it slightly
That's what they
problematic?
are for the demons, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Listen, we're skirting on the line of good taste here, and that's fine. That's the line we're gonna be on. It's the weekly weird. Anyway, moving right along.
All right. This lady right here is Lydia Sheeman, the Derby Poisoner. She murdered 11 people in Rhode Island. Her victims were mostly children, including 6 of her own.
Jesus.
She also murdered her 3 husbands and 2 other children via poisoning. Their deaths were listed as due to typhoid fever until she was caught and arrested. She escaped prison briefly before being caught and imprisoned for the rest of her life.
Okay. So she killed her children, fucking escaped prison. That's grandma. Dang. You related to this woman, Salt Man? Killed her children, escaped from prison, and then was recaptured? Well, I don't know.
Yep.
Listen, I mean, I don't know. I don't have much to say on this one. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah.
You're the one who did the research.
Well, just anybody that could harm their children, like, good lord. It's unfathomable to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She literally created
like-
3 separate families to destroy them.
Jesus,
Like,
Yeah.
she
I didn't realize it was
long
3
gained.
different families.
Yeah, 3 husbands, 6 of her children from different husbands, and then 2 other children
Yeah.
that weren't hers.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
with that context, it does change things up for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel maybe beatings, nonstop beatings, like, or crush their soul with a massive boulder, I think is where I'm landing right now.
yeah, she does kind of feel pretty mid to me.
Chick gave
I
birth
would-
just to kill. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say beatings. She deserves to get beat for fucking doing what she did to her
Yeah,
kids.
I'll accept that. Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yellow team, man. Crazy.
Exactly, Soul Man. Exactly. That's true. That's true. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the devil in the White City
Oh.
himself,
Oh
H.H.
my-
Holmes,
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Herman
well, let's just-
Webster Mudgett.
Get that
Yeah,
over
yeah,
with.
that's
right
exactly
away.
where you're going. Unanimously, this dude is straight up the butt.
This guy is the fucking ugh. This guy's
Mhm.
gross.
Yeah.
He is considered the first serial killer in the U.S. He has 1 confirmed kill between 1891 and 1894, and then over 19 suspected kills between 1886 and 1894. On August 11th, 1895, the newspaper The World published his murder castle, sensationalizing the story by claiming that there were torture chambers, trapdoors, gas chambers, and a basement crematorium, none of which were true.
Wait, what?
Yep, there were many inaccuracies due to ineffective police investigation and yellow journalism at the time. Is this true? Dave did this one. Is that
Yeah.
really true?
That's that's what it said.
Wait,
Wow.
because I
Yeah,
read
'cause
all of
I-
Devil in White City.
Yeah,
And
I
it
read
seemed
Devil in the White City
pretty
too,
true.
and that motherfucker had that shit built.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I thought you could visit.
Yeah, and well, but that's what the thing had said in the Wikipedia. So
Wow.
That's crazy.
I'm not like I don't think they're saying that all of it wasn't true. I'm just saying that it was like I think they were saying it was sensationalized. Like
I
it
see.
was made bigger than it even really was.
Because-
it didn't need to be bigger than it already was because it was already a fucking shitty thing.
Right.
But they
Sure.
embellished it, I guess.
But
is what
he-
they were trying to get at.
He definitely like married a bunch of women and like
Yes, he did.
conned them out of all their money, and then they definitely died. Those women died.
Yeah.
They were gone. Like at least I think he got married like 4 times or something like that. And shit. And like he would just like have the murder castle. I'm pretty sure the murder listen, I'm going off of Devil in the White City. The murder castle definitely existed. And he would like gas chamber people at the very least, where they would be just like
Yeah.
literally just go into a windowless room and then just pump gas in and then like drop their bodies into a furnace or something. It's like it's crazy.
Because dude, even without like the murder castle, just the next part of this is enough too.
What's the next
Because
part?
of the shit. Did
Well,
you?
let's find out.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're not done. Yeah.
Oh.
Most of his murders weren't simply due to a love of bloodshed, but as a means to protect his lifestyle. Some of his most notorious crimes took place during the Chicago's World Fair. Benjamin Freelon Petezel was Holmes' right-hand man and was murdered by Holmes for a life insurance policy of $10,000. That I remember
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
When Holmes couldn't find a suitable cadaver to take his place,
Yeah.
after murdering Petezel, he would manipulate Petezel's wife into giving him custody of 3 of their children. He then proceeded to asphyxiate 2 and cut up and burn 1 of them.
Yeah, dude. This guy is
Yeah.
truly like the thing with him is how cold and like purposeful or like he's not in it for the killing. He's in it for doing he just is a man. I don't know if it's worse. I don't know, chat. You let me know. Is it worse that he just doesn't care? Like this is just a means to an end. takes no joy in murdering these people. It's literally, they are just speed bumps on his way towards trying to amass more wealth. Or is it worse if
Mhm.
you like enjoy it? I don't know. Because part of me, like, yeah, of course, the like sick fuck who gets off on it, like BTK, is like deplorable monster. But he's like, but that's like, you almost understand that more as like a product of severe mental fucking depravity, right? This
Yeah.
guy is just a fucking machine. Like
Yeah.
a
It was a means to
completely
an end.
emotionless machine that
Yeah.
literally designed a machine of a house to murder people. And that is just ugh, like that's not human. You know what I mean? Like that's what it
Right.
is. There's a lack of humanity here that like with the other folks, like as depraved and fucked up as it is, there's like some degree of you, you recognizable humanity here. H.H. Holmes is like, I don't know what that is. He's the devil. Like he is the devil.
He is the devil in the White City for sure.
Yeah, I think he's a
And the best
footrest.
part,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you know what? Yeah, we might have to consider him and plop him out the butthole after this. But yeah, his spree was ended not because he was caught for the murders, but he was held on a warrant for horse theft in Texas.
For real?
So he's just straight up a criminal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
You
I mean.
know.
He's just a criminal where murder was a means to an end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he kind of sucks. Now, I was very much under the impression that he was chasing people through a murder castle that he had built,
Mm.
with it leading into a giant oven crematorium thing where he would burn them alive. So
Mm.
that kind of like, sick cat and mouse thing he was doing with his victims, that made me say he needs to go at the butthole. Now that's been upended for me. I don't know what's true anymore about
Yeah, I
that.
know. Maybe
So-
he does go down here. Maybe he does go. Yeah, I don't know. Like
Dude, he's still like he killed a man for money and then took the guy's wife and got custody of the guy's kids from like the
He was
guy's
a child
wife,
murderer.
and then murdered two and by cutting them up or cutting up one of them and burning him, and then two of those he actually made a machine to asphyxiate them, like to like there was like a tube system and stuff he fucking deserves to go in the butthole, man, because like
Mm.
though he had basically a lot of his killings were self-preservation killings, like to keep like his
Money.
empire going and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. But to then also be such a fucking terrible person to like the person that was helping you with your crimes and shit, to then backstab them by killing them for money and then taking the wife and like, dude, that's just some
Yeah.
fucked up shit.
That is fucked
Yeah.
up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the castle stuff, dude, it could still, like, a lot of it could still be true, but
I just read
media-
something that supports what you're saying, Dave.
Yeah.
That though he had a confusing layout, a maze-like layout with doors that
Mhm.
opened to brick walls and such, that the crematorium and gas chamber was not supported by evidence.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's quite the revelation for me. I did not
Mhm.
know that, and
Mhm.
I absolutely agree. This man does not belong in S tier. He does not belong in the butthole.
Hmm.
He does deserve agony forever, though.
Yeah, I think A tier, because I agree with Dave. That one simple act of murdering your partner and then proceeding to destroy his family in like a slow seemingly process too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. Doors
Yeah,
leading to
I
brick
mean-
walls is maniacal. I agree.
He belongs with Belle Gunnis. I mean, she had a similar
That's
kind
true.
of thing, you know?
Yeah, actually, that is, in that perspective, he does feel very on the level of Belle Gunnis. I agree. But that's wild. The murder castle, the idea of the murder castle, listen, is terrifying in a fun way. It is I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is a little disappointed it's not true.
I'm right there with you, man. I love that book.
Yeah, I like that book
bullshit.
quite a lot, right? All right. Next, who's this grandpa?
This is a piece of shit. Dave,
I don't know
take it
this
away.
one. I don't know this one.
Harold Shipman, Dr. Death, murdered 284 victims over a period of 30 years in England. He targeted his vulnerable elderly patients by giving them fatal doses of drugs, earning the moniker of Dr. Death and the Angel of Death. He hung himself in prison after being convicted of his crimes.
So wait, he just poisoned patients?
He was a doctor who poisoned his elderly patients.
Got it.
For
Yeah.
30 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wait,
He
how
was the only. Yeah.
how many? I'm sorry, I missed like part of that.
284.
284.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To prey on elderly people like that. Dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking-
That's a lot. I mean,
like, did he have like a motive? Like, that's the thing. Like, I didn't do this one. Did he have a motive with it, Pat, at all, or it was just
No, I don't know, but I can look it up while we pass judgment on him.
yeah. I mean, my understanding of these kinds of like Angel of Death killers, because there's a few. There's like, I think we had one earlier too. I'm
yeah?
trying to remember, but
Yeah.
like they think they're doing good. Like they think they're like doing a mercy on these people who are sick and invalid, you know, in a lot of cases. So it's like, I don't know. It's there's that confluence of thinking they're doing good and then having the power trip of being like, I can control this person's, you know, life or death situation. It's this weird reverse doctor mentality of like wanting to help
Mhm.
people. It's like when something switches for these people and they're like, well, I can choose who lives and who dies, you know, because I have the power of the healing arts, you know, and this person doesn't deserve to live, or this person's going to die anyway, or, you know, so I should just be able to do that, you know, because I know how this all works. At least that's my understanding. I'm talking vague. I don't know about this guy specifically.
Yeah. And well, so I looked into it, and it's actually a topic of debate that's still going on between various experts and investigators. And obviously, he didn't reveal his motives before he hanged himself in his prison cell. But one of the reasons is some speculate that he believed he was just practicing euthanasia and just removing them from their pain. The second one was the one you just got into, power and control. A desire for power and control over his patient's life and wielding significant authority. One that a few people have bandied about is that Shipman's mother died of lung cancer when he was 17, and her death occurred under circumstances that are very similar to the ones he employed to his victims.
Oh,
So
that's weird.
possibly that was him leading a life of seeking revenge on what happened to his mother. That's a bit much, but maybe.
Maybe.
And then, yeah.
Huh.
And then another reason is it might have been a monetary gain. There was a discovery that he had forged one of his victims' wills, Kathleen Grundy, and attempted to defraud her estate of $360,000.
Wow.
So he might have had financial gain for some of his crimes.
But
But still, not all 284 crimes. I can't imagine that financial gain was the motive for all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say 280 is just an absurd number. Number. I think that that immediately puts you into the upper suffering tiers, you know, like I mean, 280. Good God.
Crazy numbers, but kind of a bullshit dude.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I could see that his motives were a mixture of the first two, the power complex and feeling as if he was delivering them from pain and suffering. you
yeah.
know? But it was still against their will. Absolute piece of shit.
It's only because his victims probably didn't suffer too much. Yeah, I mean
That's true.
there is that, and like, you got to factor in the suffering of the family members into the equation with that, and like we're not getting into
Without a doubt.
specific things. I'm sure there were specific people that he killed that you go in for a cold and suddenly this person's dead. What the fuck happened? Like
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, this guy, it's ugh. I don't know. I would agree with beatings. I would go there. Where are you guys feeling?
Meanings. I'm thinking crush his soul, like he crushed the soul of so many family members.
Crush his soul, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I would say crush him.
He's getting
Because,
crushed.
Yeah, he probably ruined a lot of fucking families
Yeah.
by doing
Yeah.
that shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Buh. Moving on to
William Bonin, the freeway
yes.
killer.
Look at that fucking stash, dude.
Yeah, look at that hair stash combo with the flannel and everything.
This guy
Goddamn.
screams, "I drink Bud Light and only Bud Light, unless
Yeah, dude.
unless it's too woke." That's what this guy screams.
Yeah. Big uncle energy, and I hate
Right?
it. Terrible stuff.
This guy has all right. They just keep getting younger
Mhm.
vibes. Yep.
Ugh.
Absolutely, he
Bush
does.
Light, Bluto. I agree. Bluto. I stand corrected. Big Bush Light vibes. Big Bush
Yeah.
Light vibes. He looks like Bush Light the can came to life.
He does. He really does.
A fucking godmother gave him a
God.
fucking wish. I wish to be a real boy. All right, Bush Light can.
He's Bush Light Pinocchio. Yep. God damn, dude. Well,
Ugh.
so this walking beer can confessed to killing at least 21 people in Southern California, though he may have killed more than 36 people.
Wow.
His whole thing was luring young male victims to his van under the pretense of having sex, to
Mm.
which then he would essay them,
Mhm.
beat them, and even strangle his victims at gunpoint, and was said to have had up to 4 accomplices who helped him. He would leave the
Oh.
bodies of his victim on the side of freeways, earning his moniker the Freeway Killer and the Freeway Strangler. He was also accused of a lot of battery, assault, essay without murder. He definitely at gunpoint threatened multiple people that he didn't kill too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Mm.
just a violent, absolute piece of shit.
True piece of shit territory.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
But with at least 21 deaths under his belt.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Di-
that haircut.
and that haircut, and being a Bush Light can come to life. Well, Dave, what are your thoughts here?
I say crush that can by beating the fuck.
Throw you were going where you got
Beatings.
yeah. This
Yeah,
guy's-
that's what he fucking did. He beat people,
yeah.
beat his ass. Non-stop beatings.
I feel like that punishment fits the crime. His face does scream butthole Bluto. I agree, but it's we like I said, listen. We got a little butthole happy, right? Earlier,
We did.
we gotta scale back. We gotta keep it in line. Yeah, I think beatings feels good for this guy. Oh no, that's the same guy. Moving right along. Oh, this asshole. Oh,
Yeah, Joseph James D'Angelo Jr.
but Dave, this is a cop. He can't be a serial killer.
Oh, of course not. The
All
Golden
cops
State
are
Killer.
good.
Yeah, ACAG.
So the moniker was coined by Michelle Eileen McNamara, an author who wrote the book "I'll Be Gone in the Dark: One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer." The book was released posthumously in February of 2018, and HBO later adapted it into the documentary series "I'll Be Gone in the Dark." She was Patton Oswalt's late wife, I
Mhm.
believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she died of cancer, I think is what it was. Um, but she was dead set on figuring out who the Golden State Killer was, and her work also helped get him.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Where was it? D'Angelo Jr. had 3 known crime sprees across California. Former police officer and mechanic who committed at least 13 murders, 51 essays, and 120 burglaries between 1974 and 1986. Other monikers include the Creek Bed Killer, the Diamond Knot Killer, Aaron's, which was I can't remember what it was, just like an acronym for stuff. And then the original Night Stalker, not to be confused with the Night Stalker Richard Ramirez, which will be later on in the list. He was convicted of 13 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances. California has a list of 22 conditions that meet special circumstances in which the only possibilities for penalty are life in prison without parole or death. There's no it's like the worst shit, the penalty you can get kind of stuff. And then he had 13 counts of kidnapping. His arrest was the first obtained through genetic genealogy. They use DNA from family members and stuff, and they were able to get it through that. And once they figured out that it was possibly him, they were able to get his DNA off of I think it was some garbage or something, because they were doing a stakeout on him and stuff. So they were able to get his DNA off of garbage.
Yeah. It was one of the first cases where they did that too.
Yeah.
It was we're definitely one of the highest profile ones.
And he tried blaming it all on a split personality named Jerry, who told him to do the crimes. So
whatever.
He would not admit to his sprees and stuff. There's so much on this guy, because the amount of killing sprees and shit that he in crime sprees throughout the U.S. was ridiculous. So
yeah, this guy be the biggest rap sheet for a cop I've ever seen.
Right.
Yeah, he got away with so much for so long.
He was they thought he was different people, right? Thank you for the follow, Bluto. Thank you. Welcome in. Thanks for watching today. Didn't they think he was different people? Before they knew it was one guy. I think that was the major thing Michelle McNamara did, was tying these disparate killing sprees together into one
that was
guy.
The problem. They were having troubles because they were thinking that all these different sprees were different people, but then they started putting the pieces together, and it was holy shit,
it's one horrible guy. Yeah. That's crazy. So. Yeah, no, this guy is fucking awful, and I agree with Bluto. He, as a cop, you are held to the highest standard. He has a duty to protect, and he used his. I mean, I remember I did read the book, when it came out, and he definitely used the fact that he was a cop to assist in his crimes. So, My
That's-
inclination, yeah. Sorry.
That's Satan's butthole.
Yeah, I think
me.
that's I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's Satan's butthole.
I think he
agree.
needs to go right up. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
What an absolute monster. What a
Yeah.
goddamn.
To do all that shit and then to try and get away with it by saying that, oh, I'm crazy because I have, this guy
Yeah.
in my head telling me to do this stuff. Like, nah. You
Yeah.
did that shit because you wanted to do that shit, dude.
Exactly.
And also, he got away with it for so fucking long. Like, they caught him when he was like an old man.
Yeah.
Like brother, at that point, just fucking, go into prison, and there's only gonna be one way out for you. That don't say this. Don't try to. You can't defend it by that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even if you had a split personality, one of those personalities knew it was fucking wrong, and you should have done something about it. You fucking piece of shit.
Exactly.
Go
Yeah.
fucking. Miss me with that fucking bullshit. Anyway. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
All right. Moving right along. We've got we're getting there.
We are getting there.
Oh my god. Who is this square-headed fuck?
Well, that's Earl Nelson, aka the Gorilla Man.
Okay. The gorilla.
This
man.
guy, yeah, he murdered 22 to potentially 29 people in multiple states throughout the U.S. and Canada. He would pose as a kindly drifter and murdered his victims by strangling them. It's a common thing with a lot of these people. He would then essay the corpses of his victims. When he eventually was captured, he escaped that very same evening from custody. But the idiot made the mistake of catching a train that was full of Canadian police. He was then promptly recaptured and put back into prison less than 12 hours after his escape.
amazing.
The big thing was he was described as having a personality akin to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and seemed to enter his Mr. Hyde persona when he would kill.
Oh. The guy actually had split personalities.
Yeah, this guy, and he was quite the violent piece of shit. And, gorilla-like qualities. He looks like his body is shaped
Yes.
that of a gorilla,
Yes.
without a doubt.
Yes. 22 to 29 people. Boof.
Yep.
Boof.
Yep.
And
In both the U.S. and Canada.
guys, listen, if Texas Chainsaw Massacre has taught me anything, it's that a kindly drifter is gonna be a fucking psychopath every time, okay?
That's right.
You can't
Without a
pick
doubt.
up the kindly drifters, all right?
Yeah, Jim Morrison said there's a killer on the road, dude.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I mean, I think this guy gets the beatings.
Yeah. He should get the beatings. He should get all the beatings.
Right? Dave?
Yeah.
Beatings?
I agree.
I
I
think
agree. The beatings.
I think this is beatings.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
he looks
beat
nice
the-
next to the fucking Bush League fucking beer can, man.
You beat your chest like a gorilla, you're gonna get beatings.
Yeah.
That's you goddamn right.
You goddamn right. Oh my god, this guy. Oh, that's who it was.
This guy.
The green. They were asking who this,
is
was
who,
first.
oh, yeah.
Was it our new friend? I'm sorry, I'm spacing on names. So many things happened since then.
But they thought it was Ed
Trell
Kemper.
Yeah.
Lang. Yes, this is the Ed Kemper looking one, the Green River Killer, which I have heard of.
Yeah, Gary Ridgway.
Langfinger, thank you.
He was initially convicted of 48 separate murders from the early 1980s to late 1990s. However, due to a plea bargain he made, he was spared the death penalty in exchange for information on locations of still missing women.
God.
And so then the number went up to 49. This made him the second most prolific serial killer in the U.S. Most of his victims were alleged sex workers and other vulnerable women, including underage runaways.
Oh my god.
He strangled his victims with his hands or by ligatures. He would then dump the bodies in forested and overgrown areas of King County in Washington State, often returning to engage in necrophilia.
Yeah, he looks like the face of necrophilia.
Yeah, he is. He is literally the definition. If you open up the encyclopedia, that is the picture of a necrophiliac. Good God. Well, guys, I'm. We're gonna have to get some lube for our sweet Lord Satan, because that's where that's where I'm leaning right now. This guy.
I'm not going to disagree with it. I probably would have put him in agony forever. But
I mean, you know,
lube him up, stick him in.
I mean,
Honestly,
at the very least, number 2 most confirmed. That is he is number 2 in a lot of ways. Okay,
it's one thing to murder somebody, but then to go back and then their dead body, like that's just that's some fucking
absolutely
vile.
Yeah,
vile, weird, vile. No,
that's
good.
the kind of shit that you would find in Satan's asshole.
That's true.
That is, yeah.
That's true. Yes, necrophilia is butthole territory. I agree. Also, congratulations on being the first person to say necrophilia in my chat. Yay! Oh, now we got some historical. The main man himself.
The Ripper.
The Ripper is loose.
This guy is, God, probably like the most well-known unsolved murder case in history, probably.
Well, who was it, Patrick?
Fuck if I know, dude. Do I look like Sherlock Holmes to you? I don't know who this guy is, but I know he murdered at least 5 prostitutes in the East End of London, though he was most likely responsible for more than that.
Sure.
He would cut his victim's throat and then remove their organs by cutting open their abdomens.
Mm-hmm.
His motive, is highly speculated, but it could have been sexual sadism or rage against prostitutes or women in general. They were never confirmed because he obviously was never caught. During his rampage of the Whitechapel district, which is where these prostitutes dwell, he earned the moniker the Whitechapel Murderer, and later earned the name Jack the Ripper after letters were sent to the press. One titled Dear Boss, the other titled From Hell, one titled Openshaw, and then a postcard titled Saucy Jackie, in which he used the name Jack the Ripper in several of them. Not all of them, but some of them. One of them he just signed in nothing.
Interesting.
There were even rumors, people speculated that H.H. Holmes was Jack the Ripper moved to America.
Yeah, I did read that.
I heard that as well. There's been a lot. Because it's unsolved, Jack the Ripper gets tied to a bunch of killers. There's a killer, literally an axe murderer from Austin, also a serial killer, also arguably the first American serial killer, called they call him the Servant Girl Annihilator. And there's like some speculation, because it happened before Jack the Ripper, that somebody moved from Texas to England, and that person was also Jack the Ripper. It was the same person. It's
okay.
Very specious argument. Lots of, like I said, Jack the Ripper, he's, for lack of a better descriptor, he's the iconic serial killer. You know what I mean? He kind of started this modern concept of that, even though even people on our list did a series of murders before him. I think it's part of his letters, all of those things like contribute
he was like
to
the first guy to taunt the press
yeah
and the police.
Yeah, exactly. And like later when we get to Zodiac, it's very, you can tell that he's so emblematic that, that said, fucking monster, and really gruesome butchering of those poor women. I mean, this one feels weird because we don't know who it is. So it's like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
But
it wasn't a lot of people. Not gonna lie, you know, it was at most I think it was still under 10 victims, unless you know he's the guy from Texas. Then who knows, you know. And
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of torture to what he did. What he did was sick, but he did it after they were dead. He slit their throats, it was over with, and then he did what he did. And it was mostly the taunting and the fact that he was never caught that made him such a, lack of a better word, legend, you know. So I don't know if I'd rank him as going straight up the butt, you know.
No, I don't think we're anywhere close to that too. I'm almost inclined to be, I think Bluto and I are pretty simpatico. I'm almost inclined to give him footrest quality here. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like,
Sticking with Ed Gein, like, yeah, there's this big legend behind it, but what did he really do?
right, and also, like, you know, what are we doing here? You know, like, he's a fucking, you know, I don't know. I just don't.
I can't punish somebody to Satan's asshole if I don't even know who the fuck it is. So
That's kind of what I'm saying too. Yeah.
All right, yeah. No, that's sound
but-
reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though he is the like iconic serial killer, you know, like you said. What
Everyone
What
on
did
the
he
list
do?
has killed people. Exactly. You know, everybody on this list is a piece of shit. Everybody's getting punished.
Yeah. Papa TV makes a good point. Someone that can kill with surgical skill suggests a calmness that is frightening.
That is, yeah, for sure.
But
For
then
sure.
that being said, only 5 to 7. Yeah.
Well, that we know of. That we know of. That's true.
Right.
Well, now finally.
Here we are, the guy in the fucking window himself.
I mean, I don't
Keeps-
really have to
he's
put
been
the
haunting
picture
us
up, do
all
I?
night. Yeah. You know, he's hanging out in the goddamn window, you guys.
Nah, we'll get him up here too.
Look at him.
There he is.
Oh shit! I lost my place. Go back up.
Well, this is Pogo the Clown, and he just wants to blow up balloons and invite you into his basement.
So we have Mr. John Wayne Gacy right here, the Killer Clown. The moniker the Killer Clown was given due to his public performances as a clown prior to being discovered for his crimes. His first conviction was for the sodomy of a teenage boy in Waterloo, Iowa. He was sentenced to 10 years, but served only 18 months. He murdered at least 33 young men and boys in Norwood Park Township near Chicago, Illinois, between 1972 and 1978. He would lure his victims into his home, dupe them into handcuffing themselves on the pretext of demonstrating a magic trick. He would then SA and torture his victims before killing them by either asphyxiation or strangulation with a garrote.
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 Mhm.
26 victims were buried in the crawl space of his home. 3 were
Jesus.
buried elsewhere on the property, and 4 victims he discarded in the Des Plaines River. It was the disappearance of Des Plaines teen Robert Peast that led to Gacy's arrest on December 21st, 1978.
Wow. I forgot that there were so many, and good God, fucking handcuff
Yeah.
tricks and weird.
Yeah, he'd lure them in with like gym equipment too. He said, "Hey, come work out at my place."
Yeah.
and-
yeah.
yeah, it's really weird vibes.
He definitely also, I believe he also was like, he had like he was just like a guy. This was all during a time where it was like basically, well, it was literally illegal to be gay in a lot of places, and like definitely preyed upon, you know, young people who were questioning themselves and their sexuality and scared of those things, and just murdered them, led them down in the basement and murdered them. It's like, and the public like persona that he had, the clown. I think he was also like a fucking politician. Like he was a local
He
politician.
was, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like this
Yeah.
guy, I agree. Welcome in spaghetti. I think we are simpatico here. I think this guy is, you know, there's
Yeah.
going to be some clown grease paint inside Satan's rectum here because
Without a doubt.
yeah.
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 He's torturous, killer clown. Everything about him is awful.
Wow. My uncle lived only about 4 blocks away from him. I used to walk past his house when I took the bus to my uncle's house. Ugh. Well,
I'm glad he didn't find you sexy.
yeah, for real. I think he was a little young. Maybe a little too young for his taste. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh. Yeah.
I know now they tore down his house and they built 2 houses over the land, and so there's no more his house, no his address or anything. It's
Yeah, I'm sure they
they
got.
want no proof that he existed over there.
Yeah, I'm sure that they were not into the tourism, the
No.
dark tourism of that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no good.
No, get Gacy out of here.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. This person I don't know at all.
Oh, this guy is awful. I'm sorry for
No.
my pronunciation, and please correct me. La Bestia,
The
The
best.
Beast?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis Garavito, also known as Trebian, Goofy, was a
Weird.
Colombian serial killer, essayer, pedophile, necrophiliac.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have said sorry.
It's all
And
those
who
things.
confessed. Yeah, he's just so bad, and he had over 200 victims, but was only convicted of 142 of them.
Wow.
Mostly young men
Ah.
and boys, primarily targeting children of humble background and luring them away with bribes of small gifts in either secluded spot or a mass grave site. Look at him.
What are we
Look the
doing here?
Fuck at him.
What are we doing
Yeah.
here if not giving this piece of shit like throwing
Yeah.
him? Throwing
I
him.
hope he has to smell the clown. while
I
he's
know
up there, too.
exactly. Him and just smash them
Exactly.
together and shove them right in, dude. God damn.
For real.
Yeah. No. This guy's
So his
awful.
crimes were between 1992 and 99. He was apprehended on the attempted essay of a 12-year-old,
Ah!
Ivan Sabagal, to which he finally confessed in 1999. He was sentenced to 1,853 years and 9 days in prison. However, Colombian law limits the imprisonment to 40 years, and because he helped police find the victims' bodies, his sentence was reduced to only 22 years. The law has since been increased to 60 years. So did this motherfucker get out? Is that what I'm hearing? Is
no
that this
way.
Son of a bitch got out?
No way.
No.
Are
That's
you sure? I just want to
would
confirm that this guy is
be
in prison.
No,
wild.
He is, yeah, no. I believe he is still in prison. Like,
Listen.
because he was trying to get out, but they did not allow it.
Yeah.
Christopher! Hey!
Hey! Dang, Hazard, you're walking into one of the darkest streams we've ever done.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, no. I mean, I know some places, like, I know, like, is it Norway where they have Anders Breivik, the guy who, like, killed all those kids on the island to the shooting spree? Like, they only have, like, a 25-year max prison sentence or something like that. So some places are like that, where they just, like, don't allow... They have, like, a limit on how long you can put people in prison. But I think, like... yeah, you walked into that motherfucking dog show for sure. Yeah, so I think it's, like, it is... yeah, it's the thing in other countries. I mean, I am mostly anti-carceral when it comes to, like, the way our prison systems work, but I mean, some people are just fucking broken, you know? Like, some people some people, oof, like, I don't know. I don't know that they ever get the trust back, you know? So you guys both
Oh,
look like
this-
you're reading deeply into
Yeah,
something.
he remained until he remained hopeful that he would get out until he died.
Oh.
He did die in a hospital in last year, October 12th last year.
Got it.
Literally a year ago today,
Wow.
he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Couldn't have happened to a nicer person.
Right?
I'm
He
glad.
wanted to get out and he wanted to help abused children.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I'm not asking
That's what
you.
he
I'm
claimed he
asking
wanted to
his
do.
corpse. Are you serious,
Are
dude?
you fucking
No!
serious?
No. You don't get
Mr.
that.
the Beast? Yeah,
we're past it. Yeah, okay. All right, there, bud. We'll see you in Satan's rectum there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
God damn. What a nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, some people are
Yeah.
just born.
Yeah. Look at him, dude.
Dude, look at that fucking
Mr.
smile. God
Jeffrey Dahmer, Milwaukee cannibal. The Milwaukee Monster murdered and dismembered 17 males between 1978 and 1991, 16 in Wisconsin and 1 in Ohio. Many of his later murders involved necrophilia, cannibalism, and permanent preservation of body parts, typically all or part of the skeleton. He would bludgeon or drug and then strangle his victims. He was caught because Tracy Edwards managed to escape an attempt by Dahmer to handcuff him while in Dahmer's apartment. Edwards was able to flag down 2 police officers who escorted Edwards back to Dahmer's apartment
All
to confront
right.
him. Upon further investigation of the situation, the police discovered Polaroids of dismembered bodies in an
Oh,
open drawer.
Jesus.
Dahmer tried to resist after this discovery, but was subdued. Police, upon further investigation, found a freshly severed head in the refrigerator. He waived his right to a lawyer and gave over 60 hours of interviews. He wanted to confess because he created this horror, and it only makes sense. I do everything to put an end to it. He was sentenced to 16 life imprisonment terms, totaling 941 years. His sentence was cut short on November 28th, 1994, by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver, who proceeded to beat Dahmer to death.
And I say, let the beatings never stop.
Dude, you took the
Let-
words right out of my fucking
Let
mouth.
him
You know?
keep going. Okay.
Non-stop beatings for him.
I-
agree.
You let there.
I would put him up in agony. Like he was pretty bad. Like
He is pretty
one of his
bad.
victims, he drilled a hole into his skull.
Yeah,
and
you-
poured acid into it to make him a zombie.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
This is the zombie.
yeah,
guy.
Go to bathhouses and drug his victims. Like people he didn't murder, he still was a bad essayer.
Yeah.
He was just
No,
a
he is
very and
Fucked up, dude.
he ate people.
Yeah,
He ate
Yeah.
people, dude.
The I could have gone on for a long time with this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how fucking terrible.
I mean, he is
Like-
kind of emblematic of the most recent like serial killers. Like, I mean, I remember growing up, it was like Gacy, Dahmer, and maybe that's because I grew up in the Midwest and those were the areas they were there. But good God, it was just I could see that. I could bump him up to agony forever for sure.
yeah. The only thing keeping him out of Satan's butthole would be this, him just fucking not sitting there, but I didn't do anything, just being like, well, fuck it, I've been caught. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's
but
fair.
that's about it. That's about it.
I would say also the mitigating circumstances would for him is also that like some people did go to the cops like a couple of
Yes.
times with him, and the cops were like, that man, ew, this guy's gay, gross, and just like ignored him. and like
Yep.
almost brought
kid
that
he
guy
zombified.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Almost brought
They
that guy
did. They
back.
walked that kid back into his apartment.
Yeah, because they just are
And-
like, oh, it's gay lovers quarrel or whatever, some shit, and it's like, so the cops are, at the time, those cops are culpable for some of that shit because it's like,
Without a doubt.
you were supposed to do something, you know, like.
And the
ugh.
sick thing is the kid who was zombified by him and eventually murdered, his brother was essayed by Dahmer, and Dahmer was taken to court for it.
Yeah.
So so his brother had to live with the fact that this guy essayed him and then did what he did to his brother.
Yeah.
And the cops, like, that kid escaped. He got out. He made it out, found the neighbor of Dahmer who had already made multiple calls to the police about strange smells, about screaming, yelling, and nothing was done about it. And the cops escorted that kid back to his death. In the
That's
apartment.
so fucked. It is so
That is.
fucked. And also,
Yeah.
fucking, it happening in an apartment. Like,
Yeah.
in an apartment where other people can see and hear and smell horrible
Exactly.
shit happening. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know,
It's terrible.
it's terrible. Anyway, that's.
You think that's bad?
And then, oh my god, where are we at
So,
now? Oh, okay, here we go.
This is Pedro Lopez, the monster of the Andes.
I've never
Look
heard
at
of
that.
this.
That is a
guy.
monster's face. Well, you're gonna hate hearing about him.
Mhm.
He murdered anywhere from 110 to over 300 people in South America. After being released from serving 7 years in prison for auto theft, he began his career of mass serial murder by wandering throughout South America, killing street children, mostly young girls. He tempted them with trinkets and led them away from the public spaces. He would then essay and strangle them to death with his bare hands. He also exhumed several of his victims' corpses and staged tea parties with them. In 1980, a flash flood caused several of his buried victims to become unearthed, which reopened the several missing persons cases that did lead to his arrest.
Oh, well, thank
And
God.
there he
But
rots.
what a fucking horrible thing. Just no.
Ram him up there. That's what
Yeah,
I
I mean, I don't know. I don't think we have to discuss this guy too much. Good God, like that guy. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
go away, Gacy. But yeah, no thank you.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, he goes in S tier. These fucking 300 little children. No, you die.
Yeah.
You die.
You just
You go to hell and you die. Yes.
oblivion, absolute oblivion. You know, for you is what I would say. Holy shit. Oh man.
Crazy.
I know
It is
I'm getting butthole crazy for some of these guys, but
They deserve it. No, we really did. Like, some of the worst ones are at the end.
Yeah.
And they're going in the end.
Yeah, they're going in the end. Yeah, speaking of some of the worst ones, I know this asshole.
Yep.
Yep. Mentioned him earlier. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Mm-hmm.
Murdered at least 14 people in California. He would commit burglaries that led to murders, all to support his drug addiction, cocaine. He would break into his victims' homes and would strangle, beat, essay, shoot, or even slash their throats. He even tortured one of his victims by shocking her with an electrical cord. He enjoyed degrading and humiliating his victims and held an interest in Satanism and the occult. When police positively identified Ramirez as their suspect, they released a mugshot to the public. This led to angry citizens to stop him from carjacking a Mustang to flee. He was beaten by several people and restrained until the police arrived.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
You can
Patrick.
see from the mugshot,
Yeah.
got his ass beat.
yeah.
Got his ass beat. He deserved it. He's a torturing piece of crap. I watched an interview that someone did with him after he was caught and he was put in prison, convicted, all that. And they asked him if he was evil, and he's not remorseful in any way.
No.
He's just said, we're all a little bit evil. I'm not 100% evil. You know, all that shit. Fuck him. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. I hate his face. I hate his wide set eyebrows. I don't like him.
Yeah. No,
I don't like him. His eyebrows are evil, dude.
He's
When your hair grows in evil, you're fucking evil.
yeah, with a little fucking yeah. No, he is a real jerk, Spaghetti. I
He
agree.
does sound like a real jerk, right?
I'm like, for the poetry of it, I also want to say let the beatings continue for him. I do love
Yeah.
that a bunch of citizens just beat his scrawny ass.
That makes me so happy.
Right? You're just like,
Once
oh.
they saw his face in the newspapers and on TV and so they're just like, oh, get him.
Sometimes mob
Get him.
justice works, guys. Sometimes
Yep.
that's what you want. Like, sometimes. They didn't go far enough, is all I'm saying. As opposed to all the other fine gentlemen that has been introduced so far. Exactly. Pluto. I'm at least starting here. He does have big edgelord fucking vibes too. And so part of me
Yeah.
doesn't want to give him any kind of like, you know,
Yeah, he doesn't deserve the butthole.
no.
I think he deserves to get fucking bitch slapped for all eternity. Like,
Yeah. Keep the scars coming.
I mean, I might even put him down here just for the
Being prison bitched.
Ooh, yeah.
you know, is this fitting, you know, yeah, we'll see. Wait, yeah, not sending him to devil's butthole would be poetic justice. Exactly. He loves Satan too much. He's like a wannabe
That's
Satanist.
true.
We keep him away from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can tell, like, the people that you have the most disdain for are sitting right there with BTK.
Yeah, I have a fair
You're just
amount
like,
of
fuck
disdain.
these guys. They don't need the recognition.
No.
Get them out of here.
I mean, I have very little feelings for Eileen Wuornos, maybe, but like, yeah, Ramirez sucks, and in the same way that BTK sucks, they're like whining idiots. But yeah, I mean, I'm between beatings and prison bitchery. I don't know where you guys fall.
I'd be willing to split the diff because he's a mid guy, you know. I believe he should be beaten, and I also think he did his time as a prison bitch too, probably.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
You know, I think, you know, him being crushed, like his soul being crushed, him being stuck under a rock and not being able to do things in hell like he would want because he liked it so much, I think that would be worse than any of the other things.
I can
let
live
him
with that.
stagnate.
I can live with that. But giving a bad name to Satanists. Literally watching Monster on Netflix while we're lurking. Nice, Salt Man. Good double feature. DOTV and Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Look
Randy
at this.
Kraft.
Yeah.
Look
Steven
at
Ogg
this.
looking sumbitch.
Fucking. He looks like a cartoon angry face.
Yeah,
he looks.
What's the guy from
looks like-
GTA 5?
I don't
God,
know.
the crazy Canadian guy.
Oh,
Those are the vibes he's giving off.
I think he looks like an emoji come to life. Like, that's what he looks like. He's just like...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Fucking circle head. Real life Ned Flanders. Yep.
Oh, my
yep, I
God.
see that, too.
Stab diddly dab ya.
There wasn't a single day where this guy wasn't rightfully bullied. Oh my God. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, who's Randy Kraft? The scorecard killer. Who's doing this one?
I did
Dave.
Night Stalker. So, you want me to do Score Killer too? All right.
Wait, you did the Night Stalker? I'll do Score
Yeah.
Killer. Sorry. Randy
Okay.
Kraft. Moniker given to him because he was found with 61 entries on a scorecard containing cryptic references to his victims. Also called the Freeway Killer. A lot of these guys, though, there was like several of these guys were called the Freeway Killer.
Well, there were a lot
Yeah.
of killings on freeways. Like,
Yeah,
There-
a lot
there-
of bodies got dumped on the side of the road, man. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the oh yeah, ooh, you guys started to sound way robotic there for a second. People in ch-
we?
people in chat, are they sounding normal? Or is it just on my end? It might just be on my end.
Did you almost jump out of the Matrix, man? Like, okay. So there were 16 to potentially 67 victims between 1971 and 1983. He would sexually assault, torture, and murder his victims, mostly young men and boys. His scorecard, entries referring to the specific murders he committed or even double murders, would be found the night he was arrested for a DUI on May 14th, 1983. This, along with many of the other pieces of incriminating evidence, led to him being held in custody and detectives investigating him. He was convicted in May of 1989, and he is currently on death row in Marin County, California.
Good.
Good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So hell eagerly awaits him. Where are we going to put him?
From what I like, this guy, from what I was reading, he was one of the only ones that like the whole not being all up there, like because of how he did things with the scorecard, and just like it was very cryptic. Like he would just put like one word, and they had to then take that word and like basically fit it with the crime that was committed. I'm trying to. What was the fucking example? Hold on, let me look it up because it was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy kept a fucking scorecard
I mean,
of what he did. Like he was,
that's
Yeah.
fucked up just to begin with.
he's trying to start a leaderboard as a serial killer. That is a weird thing. That does feel like BTK kind of levels of
Mm-hmm.
dweebism, you know? Like
I kind of see that. I see that. I mean, yeah, weird keeping a scorecard. It's like making a tier list for a serial killer too. That's just fucking strange.
I know what kind of sick fucks would do that.
Right. I mean, I'm inclined to put him in the BTK levels and just give him that same fate.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I don't know how
Yeah.
you guys.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck him. Get him in there.
Yeah.
Brandy Kraft.
Yeah, I can't find the thing. It just basically like, yeah, it was just weird the shit that he would, put in there to basically remember the murders that he fucking did. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, dude, the top half of his face, his eyebrows look like they were a mirror of his mustache. Like, that's so weird looking.
I know, right?
He's so fucking weird looking, dude.
Oh, God.
Like his face, like the hair on his face is trying to do like a face angel or something.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible face. Terrible hair.
All right. Here we go.
All
Big,
right,
big one.
The big dog here.
Yeah. David Berkowitz, son of Sam, murdered 6 people and wounded 11 in New York City. He unsuccessfully attempted to stab 2 of his victims before switching to a .44 caliber Bulldog revolver as his method of murder, though several of his shooting victims survived. When his murders and attacks gained publicity, he wrote a letter to the New York Police Department in which he claimed to be the son of Sam and a monster. He eluded police in New York City's biggest manhunt, all while leaving letters taunting them. An investigation into Berkowitz's car led police to finding his bulldog revolver and his eventual arrest. During his confession, he claimed his neighbor's black Labrador was possessed by an ancient demon and demanded the blood of pretty young girls. He also was quoted as saying, "There are other sons out there. God help the world."
Yeah.
Edgelord.
Yeah, for real. Bark, bark. Also, he's since become like what he's calling himself something else now. He's like calling himself like son of Jesus or something. Like he's gone like full born again. Like whoa,
yeah.
wacko. I don't deserve this. Kind of.
Yeah, and he also admitted that, like, oddly enough, he was lying about the dog talking to him.
Oh yeah, no,
Weird.
that was always bullshit from the start. That was
Yeah.
1,000% bullshit from the start. What is this photo? That's the son of Sam, man. Look at this guy. I mean, really, honestly.
Yeah, fat Andy Kaufman, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
looks like Andrew Dice Lame. Like,
Yes. Yes, he does.
it's like he's such a fucking. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I mean, this guy clearly sucks, piece of shit, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
But a special. I'm honestly, I'm feeling down here. I'm feeling in the lower
Yeah.
regions here.
Yeah,
Like-
put him with the other edgelords. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like the edgelord tier. It looks like he's about to go in for a kiss. Yeah, exactly. But like he doesn't know how to do it. Like it's like. He's going in like this.
Oh my god! I just looked at you. Oh my god!
Yeah, dude. No,
Oh.
he's got like uncle that hugs you too long vibes. You know, no good.
Oh yeah.
No good.
Oh yeah. Good.
Who is
Good.
this
I'm glad I guessed
guy?
you. This I have no idea, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Oh, this guy.
This Dave did the research on this one, but so this is Carl Eugene Watts, also known as Coral, literally spelled Coral,
Okay.
pronounced like Coral Grimes.
Coral.
Oh my God, Dave! I just saw the note that you said to say it in a Rick Grimes tone, and I did it naturally. Get out of my head!
Amazing.
He confessed to 13 murders, but later claimed that it was upwards of 40 to 80. However, police consider Watts a suspect in more than 100 murders. He killed mainly women and girls over an 8-year period from 1974 to 82 in Michigan and Texas. He got his moniker because all of his attacks on women took place on Sunday mornings around 4 a.m. What a terrible time.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That guy gets up super early to murder.
Yeah. Also, what? Like, who are
Yeah.
you finding at 4 a.m. on a Sunday? This is why I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm assuming this guy was too, actually. He never got up. He was up already. the whole
Yeah, I
time
guess that
waiting.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Right. So most of his victims were thin, attractive white women between the ages of 14 and 44. He would strangle, stab, bludgeon, and even drown his victims. He was arrested on May 3rd, 1982, and sentenced to 60 years later that year. Due to good behavior and Texas law, he would have been released on good behavior as early as May 9th, 2006. However, after Michigan Attorney General Mike Cox went on TV and asked anyone to come forward with information that would convict him of murder, a man named Joseph Foy came forward and said that he saw Watts murder Helen Dutcher. He was convicted of her murder on November 17th, 2004, and was given a life sentence.
Good.
He also got a second life sentence without parole for the murder of Gloria Steele on September 13th, 2007. So, good. He's there for
Double good.
life.
Yeah,
Man.
he was just a real piece of shit. Like, I mean, he's got like a horn almost growing out of his fucking forehead. Look at that.
True.
That's right.
True.
A true dickhead.
That's
Yeah.
right. Literally,
Yeah.
literally becoming a dickhead. I don't know. What do you guys think on this one?
I say he either deserves agony or beatings. Honestly,
Yeah, I feel kind of the same. I was leaning towards beatings, but I could be convinced we can get him up in the agony department.
From what I read and stuff, like he did it for fun and shit. So I
Yeah.
mean,
and
agony.
he did it at 4 in the morning. What
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
Right?
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Get him up there. All right, before we do the next one, I'm going to refresh my audio software because you guys have been robotic for a minute for me. So
No
give
worries.
me 1 second. Just mild pause here, guys, while I reload all of this stuff. Hopefully, it should just work. Say something, Patrick.
Hey there, Dio.
Ah, it's better. Okay, great. Good God.
All right.
Good for me. I know it wasn't coming off on stream like that, but for me, they were just like. I don't like.
Oh yeah, dude, I wouldn't.
I was making it through for a little bit, and then was like, nope, can't do it. Anyway.
That's fair. Yeah, you don't want Ted Bundy to be ruined. For
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. We're getting to the big Bundo himself. The
Yeah,
old married with children man. God
That's
damn,
right.
look at that unibrow. Golly.
That is a substantial unibrow.
Mhm.
A man that didn't even need a moniker.
No. Bundy.
Confessed to killing over 30 people throughout the U.S., though he is believed to have killed more. He would simulate a physical impairment to convince his targets that he was in need of assistance. He would then lure his victims to secluded locations, essay them, and murder them. He would then revisit some of his victims to groom the bodies and perform sex acts on them until decomposition and destruction by wild animals made it impossible.
That kind of a guy.
He decapitated at least 12 of his victims, keeping their heads in his apartment as mementos. On several occasions, he broke into homes to commit his murders, including a sorority house in Florida, where he brutally attacked 4 college students, 2 of which he murdered. When he was finally arrested and stood trial for his crimes, he infamously acted as his own attorney, sabotaging his own defense multiple times. When the trial was clearly not going his way, Bundy escaped the courthouse by leaping out of a second-floor window and fleeing into the nearby woods, causing a short manhunt. Once finally convicted and in prison, he would eventually confess to the many of murders and offered his self-proclaimed expertise in serial killer psychology to find the Green River Killer.
Which he didn't do.
Yeah. He was eventually executed by electric chair as many outside of the prison sang, danced, and shot off fireworks.
Jesus.
People celebrated that man's
Yeah,
execution.
people were
right
real
outside
glad.
the building.
Oh my God. Well, deserved. Deserved indeed.
All while posing as a charismatic family man.
Yeah.
He was so full of himself that he represented himself in. I mean, honestly, I think he is b-hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Like, if your name is just how you're known, like you don't even get a moniker, kind of like,
That's
dude,
true.
that's
True. I
I
agree.
mean-
I agree. And I want to point out to Bluto, this is an inclusive. Everything down happens to these people as well as, you know what I mean? We're just, you know. So yeah,
That's true. Yeah, he starts off becoming an ottoman for a Magma Man, moves up, and ends up in the butthole in the end.
We're getting
Absolutely.
it's a process. It's an assembly line of torturous hell for these people. I couldn't agree more. He's truly a despicable person, lipless fuck, and
He sure is. He sure is.
and a fucking monster, like synonymous with monster. I mean,
yeah.
I can't think of a more deserved person. Well, I can think of that many more deserved people already on there.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wants to just like fucking, make him a piece of furniture for a demon just for the sheer taking him down a notch of it, but
Yeah.
but it's hard to argue with when you get it all listed out, you know.
Yeah.
Buh. Buh.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't get into detail of the things he would do while attacking people. He was a violent guy. He's a horrible person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and when he died, he wanted his ashes to be spread out in the forest where he, put most of his victims, so he could be in the place he was happiest.
Oh, great.
What
Did
a
they
piece of shit.
they flushed that shit down the toilet, right? Like they didn't
I
do
sure
that.
hope they did.
Ah.
I hope he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, like what? No. Fuck you. Like
Yeah.
you're fish food. All right. This
This
Okay.
grown-up Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. He looks like a child pretending to be an adult. Like he's got
Yeah.
like giant fucking head. What the hell? All right.
Yeah. Who is this guy? He's Richard Cottingham, the
Mhm.
Torso Killer. Nicknamed Torso Killer and the Times Square Ripper due to some of his victims having mutilated bodies. He was caught by police while torturing a sex worker in a motel on May 22nd, 1980. In 2009, he told a journalist that he committed at least 80 perfect murders
Okay,
of
buddy.
women throughout the U.S. He would kidnap, strangle, essay, and even drown some of his victims. Convicted of 6 murders that were done in New York between 1972 and 1980, and then convicted of 12 murders committed in New Jersey between 1967 and 1978. So, a lot of murder, a lot of body manipulation, a lot of ego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he needs to go with the rest of the egotistical fucking murderers.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm. Oh, you're talking about
To be honest.
down here.
Putting him next to BTK.
Yeah,
and
these
Son of
guys.
Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
'cause-
that quote, perfect murders. He
Yeah, go
committed 80.
fuck yourself, buddy.
He is
yeah.
so
Yeah.
full of himself.
Look at his face.
No
like-
wonder his
like,
forehead's so huge. He's so fucking full
Yeah.
of shit.
Like what happened, paper goes to the printer crooked. Exactly. What happened to your face? Yeah, for real, Doug. Yeah. No, I mean he looks like a living character artist rendition. Like that's what he looks like. He's fucking. Oh God. And yeah, anybody who's just like I committed the perfect crimes. Go, all right, buddy.
I don't know. He almost reminds me a little bit of like a bloated Chuck Norris or something.
That's
in a
what.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the chat agrees. Chat pointed out Chuck Norris.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Like Chuck
That's
Norris's
fucking
stunt
funny.
double that
Yeah.
pissed him off and got roundhoused.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is
right.
fucking funny. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, dude. He looks like Chuck Norris's twin that Chuck was in the process of absorbing into him. Like, that's what he
Yeah.
looks like.
Somehow he got out of it. Yeah.
Uh,
Dear God.
all right.
Oh, ooh.
Look at him.
All right. That's certainly a face.
Here's the trash bag killer, Patrick Kearney. Kearney? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kearney, I
Why
would
not?
say.
Murdered at least 21 young men and boys throughout Southern California. Due to his slight build, Kearney would shoot his victims, who he would pick up from gay bars and then perform necrophilia on their corpses. He also
Why?
confessed. Yes.
Why? Just
Yeah.
why? Anyway.
It is
Yep.
so bad.
Yep.
He also confessed to mutilating several of the bodies out of curiosity, cutting them open from their stomachs and then dismembering them with a hacksaw and stuffing them into trash bags.
What is
His
he
family-
curious about? There are guts in there. We all know.
Yeah.
Fucking- Yeah, we really
family-
getting uglies.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
family eventually convinced him to turn himself in after a warrant for his arrest was issued and he became a fugitive.
Okay.
Uh,
One fucking saving grace is he turned himself in, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
The one saving grace.
yeah.
Terrible man.
Yeah. I mean,
Terrible use of trash bags.
Truly, truly. I mean, I feel like fucking at least beatings here.
He needs to get beat.
Yeah.
He's a weak little fuck who
Yeah.
who snuck killed everyone, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
He
Like,
sucks.
Just being just the absolute cowardice of you. Just you're so incapable. Like even when you're doing a terrible act, you have to fucking shoot somebody sneakily, and then oh god no, just get out of here. Get out of get him
Yeah.
out. Beat him
Yeah.
up. Demon beatings for days.
Demon meetings for days. I agree. Look at that. That is the face of a true monster. This is Mikhail Popkov, the werewolf. He's a Russian serial killer, essayer. Yeah. And necrophile.
Great.
He killed and essayed 83 girls and women between 1992 and 2010 in Angarsk, Irkutsk, thanks Dave, Siberia,
Nailed it. Nailed it.
and Vladivostok.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Confessed to and is suspected of actually killing 86 in total. He got the moniker the werewolf and the Angarsk maniac because of the brutal nature of his crimes. He would mutilate and essay the victim, aka the Wednesday murderer, because the bodies of his victims were usually found on a Wednesday. He said that he wanted to cleanse the street of prostitutes and committing the murders.
Oh.
I was guided by my inner convictions. He is the single most prolific serial killer in Russian history and is currently serving a life imprisonment.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Mr. Holier Than Thou bullshit. I think he goes right up there.
Yeah, I'd put him with Agony Forever. I don't know if he deserves to be in the butt, but yeah.
That's
What do
right.
you think, Dave? Where do you sit on this?
I'm thinking Agony Forever.
Okay.
Agony Forever.
Yeah,
I could sub for
because,
that.
like, part of me, like, not that he says that, like, it was like that he wants to be with Satan and stuff, but I have a feeling like he's buddy with him. Like, he wants to go like have like drinks with him and shit, and so giving him what he wants, I'm not gonna give him that. So
I see.
And also, he's serving life in a Russian prison. He is in Satan's ass right now.
I mean, that's true. That is the closest thing to Satan's ass. Listen, I would still argue for, just on sheer account alone. And also having that holier than thou attitude about wanting to clean up the streets. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? You want to be clean, buddy? Good luck getting clean in this giant satanic butthole. But
You do have that's a good point.
that's what I'm saying. That's my argument. I'm not going to 12 Angry Men this, okay? But
I appreciate that, but I mean, and Chat seems to believe that he belongs in the butt too. I've got to take Chat into
we got to
account
take
here.
Chat.
yeah, we do.
Like,
have to.
I feel the way I feel, but now you got to hear him out. And 86 kills and SA, and he doesn't go in the butt. Yeah, you're right.
It feels
And that holier than thou attitude about cleaning up the streets. You're right.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
Or
insert
get him
him
up in there.
Yeah,
Just
let him never see light again. Nothing
right.
but butthole walls.
put him
Yeah.
next to Chick Cheney.
That's right.
All right. What am I looking at here? What is
You are
this?
looking at the Yorkshire Ripper. Is it my turn?
No,
I'm
it's
completely lost. It is
Eh,
2 a.m. for
Yeah,
me.
we're wrapping it up, guys. We're
Yeah.
nearly there.
This is
It-
Peter Sutcliffe, the
Yeah.
Yorkshire Ripper.
God, is this his
He was
prom photo? What the fuck is this?
I know. Yeah, exactly. This is when he was a groomsman for Satan.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
convicted. What's up?
Hold on, I think this is me.
Oh, it
You-
is you.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah, you
Go
yeah,
for
you
it,
did
dude.
pop off.
You go for it.
Peter Sutcliffe, Yorkshire Ripper, convicted of murdering 13 women and attempting to murder 7 others between 1975 and 1980. His moniker is an allusion to Jack the Ripper. He was sentenced to 20 consecutive life imprisonment, which was converted to a whole life order, never considered for parole. That's
Great.
something in Britain in 2010. 2 of his murders were in Manchester, and the rest were in West Yorkshire. Criminal psychologist David Holmes characterized Sutcliffe as being an extremely callous, sexually sadistic serial killer. The search for Sutcliffe was one of the largest and most expensive manhunts in British history.
Was he like? I know. Like, did he just get the moniker because it was another English serial killer, or like?
Yeah, basically, because you know it was women, and you know it being in Britain.
Yeah.
It really nothing else. And I think the way that he did, like, because I think he did like mutilate and shit.
Did
like
he?
that.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about what he did, how he committed. the
Yeah,
murder.
this was one that like was rushed through.
This was your rush, yeah.
Yeah, so
Fair.
I might have missed a few things here and there, but yeah.
That is the third confession tonight, Max.
I know, Max. You're the third
That is
person.
crazy.
Yeah. To be put. We'll do a tier list of which of the DOTV viewers are most likely to kill again. Next time. Yeah, I mean, where are we feeling on this guy? Where are we thinking he's landing? I mean,
At
should we-
first, I thought he was kind of like edgelordy, but he didn't call himself the Ripper.
I see.
Yeah.
I
He was
see.
called the Ripper. I say maybe crush his ass to death forever. Crush
Yeah.
his soul.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
him wear that tuxedo as he's being crushed.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think that he's definitely wearing the seal. That hair looks like comfy foot
You
pillow.
know, yeah,
I-
that is kind of poetic too. You're right. I'm
I-
not even gonna lie.
I was feeling footrest initially, but I don't know. I mean, I have heard of Yorkshire Ripper. I didn't know too much about him. I've heard of him. I feel like footrest for a Magma Man has like turned into like the like iconic killers where they live, where their punishments live.
Mhm.
Ed Gein and Jack the Ripper. I don't know if Yorkshire Ripper deserves such company.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely
Yeah.
crazy. I feel like him getting crushed. I would agree with the crush.
Yeah.
The crushing
Yeah.
him.
I'll stick with my gut. I say crush him. Crush him dead.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Now-
we made it.
All right.
we've made
Made
We're
it.
at
boy.
the end.
We perhaps the most famous for last in terms of modern serial killers. I don't think he might just top Jack the Ripper too, but perhaps he's like the number 2.
Yeah. Big Jack the Ripper vibes for sure. This is
Yeah.
the Zodiac Killer.
Similarly unsolved. We only had 2 unsolved serial killers on here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And one who got away.
True.
What's her name?
Belle
Yeah.
Gunness.
Yeah.
Belle Gunness, yes. So yes, the Zodiac Killer murdered 5 people in the San Francisco Bay Area, although he claimed that he had killed 37.
Mm-hmm.
The murders became arguably the most famous unsolved murder cases in American history and made him a fixture in popular culture, due to the killer sending letters that taunted the police, the press, and included cryptograms to solve, 2 of which remain unsolved to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Each of his known murders were committed in different manners, although he shot most of them. They were different guns. He did stab a couple to death wearing this very outfit, apparently. One of the people that he did shoot, who was, I think it was a couple he shot when they were at like some makeout point, survived and did identify a man. I think his name was Albert. I can't remember
Yeah.
his full name, but he was never convicted. No one was ever successfully charged with the murders, and several books and movies were made about the Zodiac murders. And even his costume was used as a design base for the Riddler in the latest Batman movie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much to say. Like, if you don't know who the Zodiac is, you know.
right. I mean, it's a very fascinating case. The Zodiac too, like, there's also an argument that there was never one Zodiac. Like, there was never a Zodiac killer, really. That there was like these 3 distinct events, which is also, you know, hard to. It's like it's like the reverse of the Golden State Killer, right? Like, that was a bunch of different murderers that they didn't know were all the same person. This is one that they're not even sure. I mean, these killings could be part of other killings. The Zodiac could be. They don't know. They could be 3 different people. The person who sent in the cipher may not be the person who did all the murders. It's very hazy and all of that stuff. I mean, the costume.
There was even a point where they had a TV show and had someone call in claiming that they were the Zodiac, and pretty sure that wasn't him. So
yeah,
it was really a very widespread and public thing that was kind of spearheaded by the fact that, you know, the newspapers were showing the ciphers to the public and really building up the whole situation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the Zodiac, assuming that he hasn't murdered more, I mean, 5 murders?
5 murders.
With a gun, cowardly.
Associated with him.
I mean,
with a gun.
Murdering people.
And the people that he stabbed, he tied up.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
General piece of shit behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, not general.
Threatened to blow up school buses full of children. He shot a taxi cab driver.
That's right.
He's just,
yeah. Just generally more supervillain than. Or, like, definitely a guy who wanted to be a supervillain. I mean, he had a fucking costume, for Christ's sake. Like, he wanted to be a supervillain. He wore
a costume. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And he looks like a piece of furniture that something could put their feet up on. That's literally what the costume looks like to me.
I mean, he does look like an ottoman. I kind of agree with that.
Dave? Well, the thing is that we don't know who it is. And so it could be anybody.
Yeah, that same dilemma arises again. You condemn him to Satan's asshole when you don't even know who the fuck he is. So it's very much Jack the Ripper vibes here.
Yeah, the American Jack the Ripper kind of thing, you know, like, just don't know. So even though he's iconic and shit with, you know, that kind of, you know, the serial killer fucking shit, I couldn't put him anywhere higher than an ottoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's an ottoman. He looks like an ottoman.
Yeah.
I think he's an ottoman.
He should be an ottoman for eternity. Yeah.
Right. Depending on which theory and which suspect, based on recent books, either top tiers. Yeah, maybe. Could be someone in this chat. I don't know. You'd have to be pretty old to be someone in this chat to be the fucking Zodiac killer. He's almost the best part about the Zodiac killer is that he's almost certainly dead. At this point, like, so.
Yeah, if it was one person, he's
dead.
With it.
Yeah, he's yeah. Well, shit, guys in the chat, which one makes you the most mad? which one did we fuck up the most? But we did it, guys. We got through all of them.
Yep.
And
did it. It is a pretty even spread. It's not that bad. Oh my god! You drew everyone that goes into the butthole.
There's the ball.
Oh my god. Jim would be so proud of you right now.
So there we got the first chick. The next one. I had to cross the one out because I thought he was going in, but no.
Look
God,
at
the,
Casey.
the pogo, the clown. My God.
The pure
Amazing.
artistry of the whole
Look
situation.
at that. I mean, I know exactly who each one of those pictures are, and that is impressive,
Yeah.
Dave. You did a great job.
It is very
I
impressive.
want.
Look
I
at
want-
Bundy.
Oh
Oh
my,
my god, dude.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so yes, I hope I
Amazing.
made Jim proud with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think. I mean,
you made me proud. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, guys. Well, this has been a fun little experiment and dive into depravity.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I appreciate both of you guys. Thank you so much for all the prep work that you guys did on this one.
Of course.
And I hope for everybody out there in chat, it wasn't too fucked up to be up for us to do this. But hey, here we go. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Blue Toe. New friends, old friends, future friends alike. Appreciate you guys in the chat hanging out with us. This has been the Weekly Weird. Every week on Fridays at 11 p.m. Central, we talk about the depraved, the conspiratorial, aliens, cryptids, conspiracies, all sorts of stuff. All I know is in the near future we're gonna be. Wait, what? Do we know what we're doing next week? Do we have any idea what we're doing next week, Patrick?
I know that what's on the list right now is literally just watching the Zodiac movie.
Oh, really?
But I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, I think we just said screw it. Let's just watch movies for the next 2 weeks. But because we don't have
correct.
anything necessarily planned. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
well,
I don't know. Maybe we'll watch videos and react to them, watch spooky stuff. But it's most likely going to be a watch party stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we might be doing Zodiac Killer, watching Zodiac next week on there, and talking about the Zodiac Killer next week. So,
I mean, yeah, it does sound kind of fun.
yeah, right. So stay tuned for that, guys. We will be back on Sunday playing games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are we going to play that supermarket game?
Are we? I guess.
It's
Yes.
free.
It is free.
But-
It's free for all. And we
Yeah,
can
Sundays
start-
are community days, so we're going to be playing with a bunch of people that we normally play with, hopefully.
Yes. So do stick around for that. And then next week, Tuesday, we'll be continuing Silent Hill 2 remake. Guys, if you're not already following at The Real Old Man Strong on YouTube, follow at The Real Old Man Strong on YouTube. And hey, David, thanks for fucking subbing in, buddy. Glad to
Yeah,
have
No
you.
problem, man.
Guys,
I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Guys, follow.
very well done.
Thank you. Sorry, why was I thanking for you? Thank you, David. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
You last minute helped me get the list together and subbed in for Jim. You did a beautiful drawing. You did great.
it's true.
Thank
It's
you.
true.
Appreciate it.
If you're not already following Papados on Twitch, that's who Dave is. Dave, what do you got? What do you got in store coming up?
Let's see. Monday, I'm going to continue Heavy Rain.
Oh
And,
shit, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended on a friggin' like the guy freaking petted a baby and then walked out after chick, did something to herself. Yeah, it was bad. So
Yeah, no good. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for everybody for all your support. Thanks again to Blue Toe, Pizza Boy, Shirokon, Vulpix, Purbox, Katrina, Trolls, Langfinger. I'm guessing. I appreciate all the follows, guys. Thank you so much for the Raiders, Saltman, Ram, Steezy. Appreciate you guys. And until next time, I don't have a way to end this show yet.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
New people, come join the Discord. It's the Dio Score. There's a link to it and his information on Twitch. Right now, we're currently doing watch parties. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching The Mist. And then on Sunday, we're going to be watching Longlegs. And we've got movies going on basically for the rest of this month for spooky season. You join us. We do it at 3 p.m. on weekends, 10 p.m. at night on weekdays.
Yeah.
So come have fun.
Do it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Do it. And listen to us talk through movies. All of that stuff. Great. Thank you guys. And yeah, I think we're going to call it here. We did a long one. So we're out.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know how to end this show aside from being like, well,
Have a weird week.
Weird.
Yeah.
Have a weekly weirdness. Have a weird week. I love it. Okay, bye. Bye.
Tune in next time for more